Twitch it up.
Beautiful.
Just chat. Oh, I gotta snag my title from my last stream.
Yep. Did your boys not get the memo? Let's pull this up here. Okay. And now I have to post my links.
And then we just need to change it to week 9.
Yes.
And
That's literally what I just freaking said.
well, I'm just changing.
Sure, Twin.
Fun with you. Not actually though. Right, and then I'll send that little join. Happy, joy. No, I'm just playing.
Let's see if I get it.
What the Sigma? Okay, let's refresh. Because clearly yours is... There we go. Bing bong.
Accept. Accept. There it goes. All right, there's that. Turn on that shared chat,
we're
Twin.
good. Yeah, we already did. I pre-fired that shit.
Hell yeah. You're tough for that.
Pre-firing share chat.
So true.
W.
So true.
That was in the chat.
All right, let's see. Sorry, I'm posting this to Insta, and then we're good. Because I linked Instagram to my Facebook. I won't take a picture of us on Discord cam just because she's there.
I'm just playing.
Yeah. And then here.
Then we'll just toss that and shabam. Ease me, pease me.
Paste. Done. I'm gonna at you on Instagram if you wanna share that or not.
Oh shit! I may haps.
There you go.
Might be a close friends angle. You know how it do.
Fair. All right. There we go. I think that's everything. Okay. Are we ready?
Un segundo.
Okay.
No, not TY, you fucking idiot. This isn't TY Hilton. People call TY Hilton people call TY Hilton a legendary pull, by the way, which is crazy.
Every day we stray further and further from God.
Real.
If you think T.Y. Hilton is a legendary pool, bro, I got bad news.
That's some casual shit. On the real.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good.
All right.
We should be.
I think we are all set then. Let me pull up my mobile. Oh, let me text Jade that I'm streaming.
Valid.
Because she told me to. All right.
Valid.
We ready?
Yep.
All right. It's
What's up, ladies and germs and all other forms of being?
It's fucking week 9. Fuck this shit. That's all I gotta say. All I gotta say is fuck this shit, man.
Fuck.
It gets to a point. That point is now.
Yeah.
Hi, Jade.
Oh my goodness, hello.
Why is Stream Manager? There it is. I opened my Stream Manager on my phone and it said, no.
Yep.
And then it just started playing my stream through my phone full volume. Sure, twin. All right. Anyway, What a lovely Monday. Do we agree? We do agree. We agree.
We're agreeing enough.
The only thing is, I just don't feel that great.
Yeah, fair.
It's fine.
I fucked off work early because I didn't give a shit. So
Look, that's your prerogative, twin. Anyway, let's get started.
here, NFL time
Yeah.
in Stuttgart studio.
Cam
Oh yeah.
Scattleboro.
Don't get me started, bro. It has
Scattleboro
me
though.
it has me fucked up because I have him in like my family league, and I'm just like, I can't escape the injury bug this year, man. I lost Mike Evans to the injury bug, which by the way, that was my 50th draft pick. So that was like a third rounder. So I just lost that
Yeah, me
for
when
the season.
me when this NFL season was shaping up to be awesome, and then everyone decided to die.
Yeah, pretty much. And all our hopes and dreams, but hey, I can't Pell. Yeah, obviously. No, I'm just fucking.
Obviously. Look,
No, I'm playing, bro.
I'm not. Fuck that shit. I'm.
I'm
True.
real,
True. True. True.
real.
True. Um. Anyway. Uh.
Good
Any.
morning, good evening, and good night.
Any games do you want to talk about to start us off with?
I mean, I'll start us off with the Saints because
Yeah.
they confirmed this weekend what I thought was going to happen
Uh huh.
when we started a certain somebody,
Uh huh.
and I was correct.
He.
So
Yeah.
to anybody that thought Tyler Shuck was going to be good,
Yeah.
suck my dick.
Yeah. No. He's fucking. I could have told you
He
in
is
college.
fucking dog.
In college, he was bad. Getting drafted, he was bad. It was all
I
bad.
mean, I want to compare, like I really do want to compare passing heat charts again because I
Go
love
for
these
it.
heat charts.
Go for it.
Um, so because mind you, these are pretty similar passing stats, so I want to get like a similar breakdown.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, so through the air, Spencer Rattler on Sunday, 2 of 2 from behind the line of scrimmage, 9 of 10 in below 10 yards, 2 of 3 between 10 and 20, 1 and 3 between 20 and 30, and 0 and 1 for 30 plus.
Okay.
And now for Tyler Shuck, 1 of 3 from behind the line of scrimmage, 13 of 18 from under 10, 50% from 10 to 19, 0 of 1 from 20 to 29, and 0 of 2 for 30 plus.
Okay.
So both are ass, both cannot throw downfield, and yet
Mhm.
somehow Spencer Rattler is still somehow moving the ball more efficiently.
Yeah. And we can try to skepticize that like differently, but what I really think it comes down to is they pulled this guy off the bench in week 8.
Yeah.
Of course he's going to do the thing that college quarterbacks do. Fucking check down. Yes, we openly talk about it. She's pretty cool. I mean, mine's better, but like, she's pretty cool. But yeah, I um I thought this was an established canon is crazy.
Also, if you've seen my Instagram, she's been in my last 3 posts, by the way.
Jade's a fake friend. That's all I'm hearing.
Crazy work.
Anyway,
You could have
um
figured this out yourself.
yeah, I don't need to tell you anything. Oh, I don't follow you. Whoops. That actually might be true.
Well, I'll wait. No, I'm
Damn.
just playing.
Damn. Balls in your court, twin. All right. Anyway, does Jade
Any
know that?
fucking way.
Oh yeah. Did I tell Jade that Ian got it now? She said, "Oh, I
Oh.
peeped that." So basically, Tyler,
I didn't peep that, so
You didn't?
no, I didn't peep this.
Twin, you're missing out.
Look, I know I'm missing out, bruh. Motherfucker's like 3 time zones away.
Okay. Anyway, back to we're reeling it in.
All right,
All right. Yeah.
bringing it back.
I honestly think that given the opportunity, one thing that I do like about Shuck is he does have somewhat more of an arm than Rattler does. I think if they give him a little bit of more time in the offense, like especially this week, who do you got next Saturday or next Sunday?
Next week, it's the Rams. We're fucked.
Jared
Jared Verse is going to
I was
terrorize
just
us.
yeah, Jared versus getting
Jared Verse is
9.
going to terrorize.
That being said, I think he could be efficient in this offense with time. Do I think it'll happen next week? Fuck no. Do I think it'll happen maybe in 2 weeks? Maybe. It just depends.
So Ohio can win some.
Should combine their roster so Ohio can win. Dude, you know what's
They'd still
crazy?
go 8-8.
You know what's crazy? I was saying that yesterday to my Cleveland buddy. I was like, dude, if our teams combined, we would have the best fucking team of all time. And he's like, that's so true. But trust me, we'll talk about Cincinnati in probably about 2 minutes. Any closing remarks for the Saints? Anything you liked about the game at all?
No, literally nothing I liked.
Fair.
That goal line interception was probably the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
What, where Rattler got his fucking shit caved in after?
Yeah, and he got fucking bitched. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, it was not good. It was not good.
Yeah. This team
yeah.
This team fucking sucks. The only thing that's good about us is maybe our receivers and our ability to lose. So,
Well, you heard they're talking about getting rid of Shaheed, right? Yo, I appreciate the follow. Yo,
don't get rid of fucking Sheed, man. That's like
they want a high pick for him though. They
no
do.
one's gonna fucking. They're not gonna trade it though. That's the like.
So like
whatever.
So either you keep him or you get good draft cap from him. I mean, that's just what it is. And honestly, the Saints are in no position to be retaining assets. They need more.
I get it to a degree. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's weird, but whatever. This team's in the shitter anyway. It's gonna take years to even get back to any sort of fucking relevance.
Exactly.
So it's whatever.
Like, look, it is what it is, man.
Yeah. I expect nothing. I
Yeah.
get nothing every week, so therefore
Yeah.
I am not sad on Sundays. And I told you this literally yesterday. No, I just fucked off work early, bro.
What did I just?
So I'm getting paid to do this actually.
You're so awesome.
I know.
Fuck the system. All right. Now I guess since he talked about his team, we're gonna fucking talk about my team.
Justin Fields. No, I'm just...
This fucking game had me, dude. Fucking ad blocker, whatever. Fucking horse shit. I'll fucking manage it for this. I'll fucking turn it off. Hello? There it goes. All right. Anyway. Fucking 254 yards on the fucking ground. What are we doing?
Nothing. That's the answer.
Nothing ever happens in Cincinnati. Nothing ever happens.
Yes, they should both be equally upset.
Who should be more upset? Myles Garrett.
Yes.
Myles Garrett. I'm a fucking Bengals fan. Dude set the record against Patriots for giving up. This is now the most sacks a Patriots defense or a Patriots offense has given up to a single player. And they lost 12-30 something.
13-32.
13-32.
Yep.
Yeah.
A 3-score game.
If I'm Myles Garrett, dude, I'm beyond livid.
Jesus, 5 fucking sacks? Holy fuck.
Anyway.
He's regretting taking that bag. Fuck.
Anyway, this game pissed me off because of 4 things. 4 things. Trey Hendrickson, once again in a contract year, has gotten hurt mid-game. We are in week 8, and he has left a game early 3 fucking times. He cannot be healthy, which is why the Bengals did not give him the contract. Did I want Cincinnati to give him the contract? Yes. But at this point, I don't know what to fucking tell you. You can't stay on the fucking field. Figure it out. 2, Shamar Stewart is dog ass. He is so fucking terrible. That play that got the Jets back in it, that fourth quarter run by Breece Hall for the touchdown, dude. Here's the play, and I'm gonna hand it to you like this. It was an RPO. Breece Hall takes the ball from Justin Fields. Shamar Stewart has a clear line. What does he do? He cuts inward before the ball's even handed off, and Breece gets to bounce outside for free. And it's a free touchdown. He sucks.
Ooh, yeah, he got fucking burnt. I'm watching like the player map right. He's number 97, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm watching the player. Hold on, I'm watching. I need to see
That was
this
a
again.
shit. And that's not even the worst decision he had on that.
Oh my god,
day.
he had a wide open. Wow, he had a wide open hole. And yeah,
he had
went
enough
downhill.
He had enough arm reach to wrap the both of them up, and
Yeah,
he just didn't.
He went too far downhill, which is crazy that you're doing that.
So both of our
like
defensive
at your fucking
ends,
size. Oof.
both of our defensive ends are having problems. The linebacker room is a fucking joke because Demetrius Knight has the second highest missed tackle percentage in the entire NFL. And Barrett Carter, a 2-week starter at this point, just doesn't know the fucking defense. So that's 3 of them, all right there. My 4th reason, do you see this target spread down here at the bottom? Do you see this target spread
For Cincinnati or for
Cincinnati?
Yeah.
T. Higgins, 2. Noah Fant, 3. Chase Brown, 3. Tanner Hudson, 1. Samaje Perine, 1. Andre Osivas, 3. Do you know what that is together? That's 12 targets. 3, 6, 9, 10, 14. 14 targets. Ja'Marr Chase had 19.
Fuck it, Jay Chasey down there somewhere.
Expand the ball to your other 90% of your offense. And Chase Brown and Samaje Perine both had excellent days on the ground. Why we threw to Chase 19 times, I couldn't fucking tell you. It gets to a fucking point, man. Zach Taylor needs to be fucking gone. The fact he's giving a press conference as we are speaking pisses me off.
And it's not about him being fired.
It's not about him being fired. It's about him saying, Joe Flacco, he's pretty sore. He's 40! Of course he's sore. I can't, man. And I
Didn't help that Yoshi Voss also dropped
all 3 of his targets. I want him out.
By the way, one of them was literally what sealed the game.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I fucking know. So here's a secret 5th thing about my takes on Cincinnati right now. Jermaine Burton, 8th week in a row, healthy scratch. Why? I don't know. Are they teaching him a lesson? Fuck it. You're not in a position to do this.
Yeah.
You do not get to fucking play righteous model as the Cincinnati Bengals. Who cares if he pissed you off? Fucking play him. He's amazing. In the minuscule amount of offense Jermaine Burton has gotten to play, he is good. He is literally the best complement to Ja'Marr Chase and T. Higgins. Why? You can throw him on the fucking X and send him, and he's gone. You can have T on the other side as your slower double team dragging receiver. You can have fucking Jermaine Burton one-on-one. He will win. And then if they double cover both of them, guess what? You have Ja'Marr Chase underneath in his speed. It is really not that fucking hard. But the fact is, Cincinnati wants to play moral high ground in a position where your fucking starting quarterback's hurt. You need all the help you can get for trading for this guy. They traded for Flacco. Why not put everything you have into him? You don't have to fucking say the season's cooked. But you actively scratching your second year third rounder for the entire season is already giving up on it. I'm sorry. They don't have the fucking balls to just admit, hey, we're doing this because we think he fucked up. They won't say. It's kind of fucking embarrassing. That was my favorite pick from the draft 2 years ago, and I am just more annoyed than anything because Zach Taylor tries to have this fucking someone needs to step up mentality, but you're the one limiting people. You are actively handling this poorly.
Will step up when they need to at least try.
Exactly. And that's what he said. First of all, the post-game press conference that Zach Taylor had was a fucking laughingstock, and he should have been fired right then and there. He said, and I quote, this game just got away from us. We didn't really have a chance to blow the game wide open. You were up by 14. What are you talking about?
That is literally the game being blown wide open, and also your last 2 drives ended in a negative 6-yard drive and a 20-yard drive to seal the game.
Yeah. You know why? Because they tried to change it up. Oh, Jamar Chase is getting covered. T's getting covered. What do? We're throwing to Yoshi Vosh. Don't get your tight end involved. That has been really productive since Gesicki went out. Don't get Chase Brown involved in the receiving game like he has literally the entire season. It's so fucking stupid that I, as a 24-year-old who has only watched football my entire life, I haven't played it, I haven't coached, I haven't anything. The most I've done is officiated flag football for 5th graders. And I can recognize things that NFL level coaches cannot. There's no such thing as a lead when the Bengals play football. Yeah, because this team is stupid. Zach Taylor can be offensive minded all he wants. He is not a head coach. He never has been, never will be. You know what led him to the Super Bowl? The Bengals defense led Zach Taylor to a Super Bowl in spite of him. Not because of him. In spite of him. And that's what, like, I talk to people is, hey, what I'm saying, bro, what I'm saying.
Or even for like, fuck it, let him have the team.
Dude, let me own the fucking team. I'll be the GM, I'll be the head coach, and I'll be the owner. This shit will be a Super Bowl in 2 weeks, I promise
coordinator, defensive coordinator, everything.
Me, bro.
One-man show.
Yeah, it's just me. Like, how do you see the Jets' fourth quarter drives and think this is acceptable? 3 minutes, touchdown. 2 minutes, touchdown. 5 minutes, touchdown. Excuse me.
All at least 55 yards. Basically, damn near 3 60-yard drives.
And you couldn't get one stop.
One single. Yeah.
I mean, there was not a sack produced by this defense.
Mind you,
inexcusable.
Both teams punted twice.
Oh yeah.
So it was like an even game, pretty much.
Yeah, the thing is, well, Cincinnati punted 3 times.
Oh, 3 times. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. What's worse, the Giants losing to the Broncos in the last quarter, or the Bengals losing to Bengals?
Bengals.
Because the Giants' wheels were starting to fall off before the fourth quarter. The Bengals had this game in the fucking bag.
Yeah.
But like you look at this,
both are pretty terrible, I should mention.
You look at these defensive spreads. The only defensive stat recorded that was not a tackle was Will McDonald getting a sack in the fourth quarter to essentially take the Bengals out of it and forcing them to punt. But when you have all of these different guys who the Cincinnati Bengals have brought in, Trey Hendrickson obviously left early. I get it. He couldn't record a sack because they were on him all day. It was a cheap shot in his back. Trey Hendrickson was out for the rest of the game because of a back injury. I get it. Am I mad? Yeah. But look, you have Dax Hill, Jordan Battle, DJ Turner, and Geno Stone. And all of these guys play very high, except Dax Hill. He's your slot corner. Who else is a really good slot corner that the Bengals like to use? Fucking, where is his name? Fucking, you could put Fig Newton. That's his nickname. I don't fucking know his actual. I think it's like, it begins with a J. Let's see what it is.
Josh.
Yeah, Josh Newton. You can put Josh Newton in at slot corner because when Dax tore his ACL, that's what he played, and he did really well. So why not have a higher secondary if your defensive linemen aren't getting any pressure and you send a blitzing corner? It's the thing that has worked against the Jets all fucking season. I don't understand. I don't understand. That would take Breece Hall out of the rushing game because he was forced to be a pass blocker. Justin Fields was accurate, sure. Why? Because everything he fucking hit was underneath and then taken because we don't know how to tackle, not because we weren't matching their guys downfield. That's my whole thing.
How many yards after catch did he get? So of his, oh my God, yeah, you're not kidding.
I know
Of
I'm
his
not.
200, of his 244 passing yards, 152 of those were after catch.
Yeah. So not even 100 yards through the air through for an entire football game. I'm sorry, dude. If you can't
They
look
really
at
got
that,
no. They also got no touches on Brees
uh-huh.
Hall. I mean, of his 147 or sorry, 133 rushing yards, only 22 of those were after contact.
Exactly. Exactly. So what I'm saying is when you have more men in the secondary, but then you blitz multiple, or maybe bring in an extra linebacker. Maybe you do run a 3 linebacker core with Carter, Wilson, and Knight. Maybe you do that. Maybe you get more Burks playing time. Because Burks only had 1 assisted tackle. So I don't know what the hell was going on there. Regardless.
How do you not tackle Isaiah Davis either?
What I'm saying.
45 yards after contact, you're
Uh-huh.
bugging.
Uh-huh.
You're fucking bugging.
Yeah. Regardless of the fucking situation.
Oh, wait, after catch. No, that's not what I fucking meant.
Yeah.
Whatever, regardless.
Yeah. Regardless, this defense is a fucking atrocious. This offense did everything it could to be in the game, except in the fourth quarter, the fucking wheels fell off. I mean, that's literally all it is. The wheels fell the fuck off. You let the Jets outgain you in rushing yards, passing yards. You weren't able to get a pressure. You weren't, I mean, they were more, this was hardly a penalized game. You scored more touchdowns. That's cool. But guess what you also had to do? You had to punt more times. You couldn't return as well as the Jets could. It just, you know,
Yeah.
you can't spend all this money and then not expect your team to fucking produce in a certain way. But then when that happens, you don't make a change. The change is Zach Taylor. Get him the fuck out.
Yeah.
I can't. I just can't.
If he's not a midseason fire, I'll be shocked.
The thing is,
Like truly, I will be shocked.
the thing is, everyone says that Cincinnati Taylor sat on Marvin Lewis for way too long, and they did. But I don't think that the people who run this organization realize that if Zach Taylor doesn't get fired, all hell will break loose. You will lose your fucking fan base. I literally had to be talked out of being a Bengals fan. I had sworn off them. I said, I'm not a fan of this fucking team anymore. They suck. It's been 24 years of living and watching it. This is the worst. And then I literally had a call with, our good friend Chuck. And he talked to me, and he was like, "Look, man, it'll be all right." And he convinced me like you can fucking do it. And I don't want to fucking sound like a fair weather fan. Trust me, I'm fucking not. But it gets to a point. The Bengals, no, they're not going to fire him, and it's going to be another season of this. Dude, he was 1-6 in one-score games last year. Who the fuck is shocked he didn't win another game that got away from him? I'm not. The minute the Jets scored in the fourth quarter, I'm like, we're going to fucking blow this. They looked so poised. I'm like, dude, we're going to fucking blow this. I'm just done with it, man. I'm done with being I'll watch them passively, but I'm really moving away from the diehard fan that I was. Not even going into this season. It's just been kind of fading. I already know you said your piece about Marvin Lewis, but our organization is insanely tone deaf. Yeah, no, dude, I just
Bad on him. Yeah.
yeah, we hired fucking hired Hugh Jackson, and we thought that was going to be. And that's the thing. Cincinnati loves offensive-minded head coach who are great as offensive coordinators without understanding that you need to get both sides of the ball. That's why fucking Matt Eberflus is no longer a head coach, but as a DC, he's doing okay given the pieces that Dallas has, because Dallas doesn't really have a whole lot of pieces.
Especially on defense.
Exactly. Well, he's the DC now. That's what I'm saying. But you see guys like Dan Quinn, who are coordinators and know both sides of the ball. And that's why the Commanders win their games, with or without Jaden Daniels. That's why Josh McDaniels left the Patriots twice and failed as a head coach. But as an offensive coordinator, he's fucking amazing. McDaniels is so good. So
Some people just aren't built to be head coaches.
some people aren't just. Why do you think Matt Patricia is leading the best fucking defense in college right now? Because he's a defensive-minded guy. That doesn't mean he's a bad coach. It just means he can't be a head coach. I'm sorry, but we saw it with Brian Callahan. We were seeing it with Zach Taylor actively. This coaching tree that is spawning off is not good. The Bengals need to go and hire one of 3 guys. You can hire Brian Flores as a head coach. You can go try to poach one of these college coaches, but I don't really know who you would want to go after. If I had to guess,
Nobody that's contending right now is gonna
yeah,
have a coaching spot open up because those coaches are pretty set.
yeah,
They're not going anywhere.
yeah. I mean, the one guy you could probably convince. I don't even like.
I don't want to say Brent Key, but
I also don't. Monkey paw scenario. We hire Brian. I'd shoot myself in the fucking head.
I'm pretty sure half of the team will fucking leave.
I don't think I'm kidding when I say I would commit an act of violence against myself.
Also, I'm pretty sure that the people of Cincinnati would literally stop Brian Kelly from entering the facility. They would form
Yeah.
basically a makeshift
Yeah.
Berlin Wall.
So outside of Brian Flores, who I would really like as a coordinator because he's defensive, and he has been shown when he was with the Dolphins, he ran it good there, in my opinion. Joe Brady, current offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills, former quarterback coach at LSU for Joe Burrow, knows Jamar Chase really well. Or a guy who I really like, and I forget his name, it's on the tip of my tongue. He's another NFL offensive coordinator.
What team?
Buccaneers.
Bucks.
Josh Gizzard. I really like Josh Gizzard. This is only his second season with the Bucks, and it's his first season as offensive coordinator, and I like what he draws up. Given the pieces that the Buccaneers have, a lot of the play the Buccaneers have been failing on has been on Baker. I like what he does. I like how he gets all of his receivers involved. That's the thing. With the Buccaneers, at their current state, Abuka gets involved, Tez Johnson gets involved, Sterling Shepard gets involved, all the tight ends touch, all the running backs touch. That is a guy that Cincinnati needs. It would take a lot of pressure off of, and even if he isn't defensive minded, I would really like to see something change.
Yeah.
It won't happen, but man, do I want it. I ranted for so long. I feel so bad.
Kind of the breaking point. So
I'm getting there, dude. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. We obviously touched on the Browns game already and how Myles Garrett took a bag and now hates himself for it.
I mean, I don't blame him because he did get his money. However, the Browns might be a worse run organization than Cincinnati. I don't know.
They're having an ass off.
Neck and neck every time.
Two games I want to touch on, actually.
Go for it.
Well, actually, first, shout out to the Ravens for finally breaking that losing streak. Finally,
Tyler
Huntley
Williams
finally
is
had
some
a
ass,
game.
bro.
Caleb Williams is indeed some fucking buns. And speaking of which, CJ Stroud is better than that bum.
CJ looked really good this game.
CJ looked fucking fantastic.
I will say one thing though. To be fair, the 49ers have no defense as it stands.
Yes, but we can see what happens when Stroud isn't constantly being harassed.
I agree.
Behind his O-line.
I am 100% in agreement with you.
I have been saying this all fucking season, and when everyone was saying, "Oh, sophomore slump," I'm like, look at his fucking O-line. It's an entirely new one from when he led Houston to the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
I want people to remember that.
yeah, and
Like the only reason he's been having ass passing games this year
hmm
is because he's been getting pressured constantly.
yeah, and it's not like he had his receivers to back him up this game because obviously Tank Dell still recovering. Nico Collins was out with a concussion. So who does he throw to? Literally fucking everyone. Xavier Hutchinson has really stepped up this season in absence of Tank Dell. I thought one of these rookies from would step
Well,
up.
actually, I will say shout out to Jaden Higgins though.
No, Higgins
He
and
had a good game
no
as a
Higgins and Noel have like shined, but I thought they would like truly take that wide receiver 2 spot. But Xavier Hutchinson has looked really good. Um, and obviously, uh, the addition of Woody Marks has been shocking to a lot of people. Nick Chubb really holding it down. And look, this is the first game I feel like I've seen in a long time for the Texans that Stroud actually had positive rush yards. Um,
yeah.
and Mac Jones looked like he was in hell.
I'm not surprised because that Texans defense is really good.
I think it's the run defense. I think when like because the passing defense has a couple holes outside of obviously Lassiter got the pick and Derek Stingley is a
But like
monster.
when you have Will Anderson Jr. and Daniil Hunter coming at you,
That's just
yeah,
not
I'd be
fair.
fucking scared.
That's just
It's
not
not
even
fucking
fair.
fair.
And obviously they have Al Shahir given his
Even though he's a punk ass bitch, but
yeah. And then Henry 2020 has
yeah,
had
Henry
a
To'o.
decent second year.
Hmm. And obviously we can talk all we want about Jalen Petier and Derek Stingley Jr.
I
They're
do
still
I
doing
do
their
love
thing.
Patier, man. He's really
They're
cool.
they're so good.
He's good. That's
I
who,
I really liked Stingley. He was at LSU, right?
yep, LSU.
Yeah, I really like Stingley at LSU, and I have liked him in his first couple years here
Oh
in the
yeah, no,
league.
he looks fantastic. Obviously, was tight end day on Sunday, so Mac Jones got his two passing touchdowns to his tight ends. Um,
Comes back off of IR, obviously, which is good to
yeah.
see.
But man, this 49ers team, if Mac Jones like can't have everything situated for him, if he has no run game to work off of, he can't.
This shit just falls apart.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't blame him because
Yeah.
that's a scary defense.
Yeah. I think once again, the Texans are a team that is one piece away. Where instead of that one piece being the quarterback post Watson era, it is now their offensive line.
Yeah, and it
That
doesn't
is
need
their one piece they need
and it
to
doesn't
be good.
need to come with like a whole shifting of the line, but you need to just get one tackle and one interior. That really takes the pressure off of all of these other guys who maybe not might not be as efficient. And that's and sometimes that's just how it is.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, I mean, these are all new. I mean, I just want to see like how long each of these number ones on the line have been in the league. Um, okay, so their left tackle is a rookie. Their center, or sorry, their left guard, who by the way is technically a center,
Yeah.
has been playing for 3 years. Juice Scruggs out of Penn State. Jake Andrews, who is their current center, is been here for 3 years. Ed Ingram is has been in the league for 4 years, and Titus Howard has been in here for 7 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's pretty much a lot. It's a lot of new guys, and you have a rookie at left tackle. That's just, he hasn't been he wasn't like a highly touted draft pick either,
Yeah.
or at least I don't. Well, oh no, actually, he was a top 50 draft pick. Okay. But regardless, like you're running with like on a whole new line, like all this other stuff. So,
Well,
but
it's
you know,
not the fact McCaffrey like didn't exist. It's just the fact of every time he ran, he was met with a fucking stonewall. I watched that. I watched part of that game, dude. He could not get anything, And I know like
Yeah.
you kind of have to establish the run and work into it, but man, when you have McCaffrey, someone you want to preserve and not give any handoffs to Brian Thomas Jr. to establish the run, that kind of just 49ers didn't really have a thought process in
Yeah.
establishing the run, because they could have just threw in um they could just threw in the backup running back, got a couple chips, and
Could have thrown
that
in Brian
opens it
Robinson.
up.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen today.
He was only on the field for 2 offensive snaps. I want to mention that.
Oh yeah, and they were both pass protection.
So, yeah. So they just didn't give him a chance to even start, even
Uh-uh.
though McCaffrey was having a tough day. Although, if McCaffrey is having a tough day, I don't know how Brian Robinson Jr. is going to have a good day either. But,
Exactly.
you know,
Well, it's not the fact of having a good day; it's getting it established. Even if he gets 6, 7, 8 yards, something like that. Okay, just any like you all you need is a couple chip runs. Then the defense has to start addressing that, which then opens up the passing game, and then it balances off of each other. If McCaffrey can't get anything going, throw in the other guy. You had nothing to lose.
yeah.
That was my
So,
opinion.
no, that's very valid. But yeah, anyways, closing remarks on that. I think the Texans are better than their record indicates, probably. But I think they still have a little bit to go before they are true contenders.
I don't think they'll be true contenders for another 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Running back room has a big question mark on it. Obviously, no Joe Mixon still.
Yeah.
After they gave him the extension, it's crowded now because of Woody Marks and Nick Chubb. Wide receiver room is going to get crowded within the next year. Obviously, Nico's coming back. You drafted these rookies. Xavier
Dell,
Hutchinson.
obviously.
Xavier Hutchinson has really stepped up. You have the two tight ends, and then obviously Dell coming back within about a year's time. So it's, and then obviously the glaring issue is the offensive line. So there's a lot of questions within this Texans defense or this Texans team.
Well, the thing
Um,
is, we've seen like most of these pieces be good.
yeah.
It's just
Well,
it
well,
needs to all come together in one season.
well. That's what I'm saying. How will it come
Yeah.
together? How will you have to restructure an offense to get everyone the matchups that they want? So
Yeah.
that's what I'm more so saying at.
Yeah. But anyways,
Anyways,
I just want to point that out because I thought it was a good day for once.
it was.
Um, and
Two
we'll
Ohio
talk
State
about
quarterbacks did really good.
yeah. We're gonna talk about Giants Eagles because holy fuck, what a ref ball. What
Yeah,
a fucking ref ball, dude.
yeah,
I saw some of like the really contested plays and those
yeah,
refs fucking hated New York, man.
yeah. It wasn't a good game. Just
Holy
called,
shit.
and obviously the glaring issue is the Jalen Hurts fumble into Kayvon Thibodeau's hands, marking the ball dead when the ball was already out. I don't know how you do that. I didn't see a replay where his knee was down at all.
No, he had so many people under him. He literally couldn't have been down, and they marked forward progress just like instantly.
Well, it's not even the fact they marked forward progress. They marked forward progress after the ball was out. If you're going to mark forward progress, call it. But Jalen Hurts was still trying to push. Kayvon Thibodeau ripped the ball free. That's a fumble. That's how the game works. If we don't have that, we ain't got nothing. It was just a shitty game through and throughout. Obviously, Scatterboo got hurt. He's done.
Hopefully hopefully he comes back stronger next year because,
He, he,
he
he
obviously had a
yeah.
fantastic rookie campaign and his um rapport with Jackson Dart is something nice to see in New York.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure the first game where Jackson Dart, Scatterboo, and Leak all take the field as starters at once next season will be excellent for everyone. Everyone in New York will rejoice. I will say the couple things I did like about Jackson Dart's game, and there wasn't really a lot that I liked about it. Once again, he spreads the love. Everyone gets touches, everyone gets a catch, but he just, man, really outside of like a couple throws past 15, I haven't really been impressed. I
Yeah,
still I
I'm gonna
still
look at his
I
I'm gonna
still
look at
think
his
he has a lot to grow. But man,
yeah, but as a rookie,
I'm still just not. I don't think this was a first round guy. I really think the Giants misplayed this because I think they could have gotten Dart for cheaper, and they probably could have addressed things that they needed, like another receiver.
See, the thing is, he wasn't even that accurate, like
He never is
within
though.
within the short game,
Yeah.
because he was only 50% under 10 yards.
Yeah, he's never that accurate. Um
Yeah, but we kind of knew this coming out of his Ole Miss tape.
oh, for sure. So that's my thing is I think he still has I don't think he's terrible. He still has a lot of growing to do. Him getting the playing time is great. I just, don't expect to win games, especially with Scadaboo out. Tyrone Tracy, who was excellent last year, is now going to have to come in and change his ways entirely. Regardless.
Yeah.
Saquon is back. Saquon is
For once.
back.
And Tank Biggs, him and Tank. Oof,
I mean, to
what
be
a
fair,
day.
Tank did get a lot of carries because Saquon did go out with a groin injury that they pulled him pretty early for, so hopefully he's good. But yeah, Tank Bigsby, man, in this offense with this offensive line, we knew he was good at Jacksonville. Them trading Tank Bigsby to the Eagles for essentially a bag of potato chips was maybe the best move that Philly has made in probably a couple years. Probably since the AJ Brown trade, this is the best move Philly has made.
Yeah, exactly.
This
Okay.
it's an RB2. You can't
hmm
expect too much production out of him. 9 carries, 104. It doesn't matter what NFL defense that is. That is a great production. Good for him.
That is a productive day by all means. I mean, 10. It's more than 10 yards a carry.
AJ Brown in the back rooms. Yeah, he was out this game with a a quad or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
But anyways,
yeah.
had to touch on this game because just so much went wrong for the Giants.
Oh yeah, and it's not
So
like they weren't able to get pressures because they were. They had what I think 4 sacks. Um, yeah,
2 half sacks.
yeah.
Thanks, second.
Brian Burns once again. Congrats, Brian
Showing
Burns.
us,
For
showing
hitting
us
double
that he's
digits.
fucking goated.
Yeah, congrats on Brian Burns for hitting double digits.
10 sacks, your 8 games, man. Fucking hell.
And then obviously, Philly is gonna get the sacks on Jackson Dart because he's a rookie, indecisive quarterback with a terrible offensive line.
Yeah.
No picks for either side though, which I thought was funny. These
Yeah,
are two,
you'd think Mr. DeJean would be like grabbing the ball here and there, but
not even that. These are both just two opportunistic secondaries. I wouldn't say they're necessarily good, but they find ways to get the ball. We saw it from both of them last year. Obviously, New York with the addition of who did they get? What's his name? I forget. No, not Belton. He was a corner from New Orleans. You should know who he is.
oh, get no.
I don't remember.
Bank? No, there's no way it's Banks, right?
No, Banks is the guy they got out of Maryland 2 years ago. So now, or a couple years ago.
Davidson, Laura. No.
It's not Andrew Phillips. I know that for sure. Maybe he didn't record a tackle. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah. So really kind of annoying to see that Eagles once again, and we're seeing this with the new very much standing, rising, very good teams. Refs are just doing a piss poor job, and it seems kind of funny with all the things that are happening within the NFL, within the NBA.
And the NBA. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff I feel like that's gonna come to light really, really quickly.
There's a lot of dark money in Vegas that might come to light pretty soon.
I mean, dude, Antonio Gates just got outed
Arrested.
arrested for rigging a poker game, and they're fucking named more than 30 defendants. His shit got swept.
Yeah.
Dude, it's gonna get real ugly real fast. Okay. Anyway, my game.
NFL.
Well, my game of the week was Buffalo, Carolina, and I said that, hey, Carolina might keep it close. They did not keep it close.
Incorrect.
I picked the Bills to win, so
Yeah.
I still get the win. But I was like, no,
Dalton
guys, this is
take a shot in the bed, man.
yeah,
Holy
yeah.
fuck.
He might be the worst vet in the league right now, unfortunately. And your team, your pick for this week, unfortunately, was a no go.
Yeah. Cowboys shot the bucket real
The
bad.
horse was too wild to be contained for the Cowboys, unfortunately.
Yep.
Fuck Denver though for pulling JK in the red zone every fucking time and giving RJ Harvey 3 touchdowns. Fuck that.
Wait, didn't I just? Oh my god! And I fucking just dropped RJ to waivers. I know I did. I know I just dropped RJ to waivers in our league
Dude,
or something
he
like
had two
that. Or
rushing
maybe
touch. Oh no, wait. Yeah, no, he had
or
two
maybe he's
rushing
on my bench.
touchdowns and a receiving touchdown.
Nope. Yep. I dropped him to waivers. God damn it.
I mean, you're ass though, so you should just be able to pick him back up.
You'd think, but who knows?
Indiana is a juggernaut. Green Bay Pitt was like low key cinema toward the end. Or it was low key cinema until the end because Green Bay ran away with it. This was a really bad rush game. Josh Jacobs looked like shit, honestly. But Tucker Kraft is tight end one. It's like literally him and Trey McBride, back and forth every week. Christian Watson's first game back, and he had 85 yards. Roman Wilson, finally a Michigan receiver does something in the NFL.
Shocker.
Had the 45-yard completion and the touchdown. DK Metcalf had a decent day. Still not as productive as he was in Seattle, so begs the question of what's going on.
Yeah.
But outside of Tucker Kraft, the tight ends were pretty shut down across the board. Muth and Jonnu Smith and Luke Musgrave. So it was all, and then Matthew Golden only having 4 yards on 3 catches. Not something you would have liked to see out of your rookie.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons though I believe he had a sack. Rashawn Gary had 2 sacks. I mean, how the fuck did the NFL let this trade happen, dude? Having Rashawn Gary and Micah Parsons on opposite sides of each other.
Stupid.
Ferguson got to be one this week. I mean, he is technically the leading, like, going into this week, he was the leading tight end in receptions and yards. I think out of pure skill, Kraft is a lot more skilled. I think he's a lot faster, and I think he's a better blocker. So outside of his offensive production, Kraft is a overall more rounded tight end, which I think makes him a better tight end. But my thing with the Steelers, they didn't get 1 sack.
Yeah, which is crazy with how highly paid your defense
This is the highest paid defense in the NFL.
And it is one of the most inefficient.
I think I actually just saw a post about this on Instagram. Let me go see real quick.
Yep.
And
that's the thing. This storyline has been developing for weeks.
Oh yeah.
They have the worst passing defense in the league.
Yeah, so pass defense is 32nd, run defense is 18th, and they're 22nd in points allowed. So this is a defense, mind you, has $163 million invested into it. And you see guys like TJ Watt not getting production, Alex Highsmith not getting production, Cam Hayward is kind of losing a little bit of a step. Jalen Ramsey, you traded Minka for him. Minka's arguably one of the better safeties in the league. Jalen Ramsey hasn't really looked that good outside of the forced fumble against the Jets to seal the game.
Joey Porter Jr. is kind of just quiet as well.
He's bad. Joey Porter Jr. is terrible. He's one of the worst rated corners in the entire NFL. Patrick Queen has been a terrible get. Darius Slay looks old. He just looks bad. Honestly, this defense has nothing. It has nothing to show for all this money.
Yep.
And once again, the Packers seem like the most dominant team in the NFC.
Yep.
Look, all I'm saying is a Colts Packers Super Bowl would feed families. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, it would. And I would watch.
Oh, dude, I mean, well, I'm gonna watch anyway because they got Bad Bunny doing the halftime show, and I didn't really know his music before, he got announced, but I listened to some of it. I'm like, this shit kind of gas.
It's fire.
Well, like,
The racists don't want to tell you that.
well, no, like, cause like I didn't really know a lot about him, so I like tuned into a couple of his songs that my friend put me on to, and I was like, hold on. Got me,
The racists don't want you to figure it out
so,
though.
so true. Tonight, Washington versus KC in KC on a backup quarterback for Washington. Goddamn,
It's cooked.
is all I'm
It's
gonna
fucking
say.
cooked.
Terry's supposed to be back though.
Fucking please, man. I'm sick of him being out, man.
Everyone just wants to see Terry do good.
He's fresh. He's fresh off his goddamn contract. I want to see him earn it, man.
Smiles with glee. Look, hopefully we can see something, because after this game, it don't get any easier for the commies.
Do not.
No, they have Seahawks, Detroit, Miami, and then a bye.
Hooray.
Also, speaking of Miami, man, the Falcons against bad teams once again cannot fucking do anything. Tua probably bought himself a couple weeks.
Somehow.
I think he should have been out the door, starting this season, but whatever. Yeah, Bijan Robinson looked terrible. Tyler Algier was the only one to get a touchdown on the Falcons, and that was just on a goal line. No, Drake London really shut this offense down because Kyle Pitts was the leading receiver, but outside of that, Brian Robinson wasn't able to do anything. Darnell Mooney wasn't able to do anything.
Was this the first week that Big Perko stepped back in?
Yes, this is the first week of Kirk Cousins this season.
2.0 again.
So
he played a little bit in the Carolina game, but that's it.
but that was when the game was like lost. This is the
Yeah.
first game he started and played all the way through.
Yeah, I can't believe they paid him all that money.
I
Crazy.
can't either. But look,
Falcons might just be a black hole for talent. I don't know, man.
yeah. Well, like that's the thing. It's weird to have Bijan have these really inefficient games. It's weird for him to not have 200 yards of total offense. Kyle Pitts looked great, but then again, no touchdown. And the Falcons also just waived Ray McLeod, and he's a guy who normally steps into these bigger moments when there's a hole to fill, but the Falcons waived him last week. So they're hoping and praying Penix comes back.
Yeah. The Falcons are very much not allergic to boneheaded moves.
Yeah. So we'll see. Is that it for NFL?
I'd say so.
Unless you want to go ahead and pick games since we're here.
Yeah, I believe I already. Oh, I remember what I picked. So why don't you go first?
I never pick mine first. I tell you that. I pick my games on the spot.
Okay. Well, so you don't steal it. Bills Chiefs.
Yep. AFC matchup.
AFC rivalry. It's an age-old classic. Yada yada yada. Of course.
Who you taking? This is in Buffalo, right?
Yeah. Ooh, why did I close my notepad?
Because the Bills just played no away games this year, I guess.
Yeah. I'm taking the Bills at home.
Okay.
I think the Mafia will show up and give KC hell, and I think the Bills will keep it rolling.
Okay. My game of the week that I'll pick. Man, there's a lot of bad games here.
There's a lot of ass.
You know what? I'm also gonna stay in the AFC. I'll go Indiana Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has played a lot better normally at home. Obviously, against the Packers, they looked like shit. And I think maybe barring this game, they could try to figure out something. I mean, they're going to have a tall task in stuffing Jonathan Taylor, but this is also a run defense that is still, while bottom half, is at the top of the bottom half. If they can shut that down, and Daniel Jones really has to rely on his guys that he's been feeding, like Downs, Pittman, Tyler Warren, then this could easily turn into a shootout, because the one game that the Colts lost this year was to the Rams, and the Rams were able to just gun it. So, hopefully, you good?
Oh, I didn't. I thought that was supposed to fucking mute my microphone.
No. It muted. I just saw you turn your head and was talking. So.
Oh, yeah, we're good. I'm just telling the dog to shut up.
Oh, you have a dog?
Well, my girlfriend's dog, but yeah.
I thought y'all just had the cat.
Nope.
Okay.
She just had the dog.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll go Indiana Pitt, and I'm rolling with Mr. Jones. I think Pitt will lose, but I'm gonna go off the
I wonder what
axis of
the I wonder what the over under on Daniel Jones passing yards for that game
that
is
probably
actually.
isn't out yet.
Well, regardless, when it does come out, I would not be surprised if a lot of people take the over.
Well, yeah, he's been fucking gunning it. I don't think I've seen a game with.
And also Steelers secondary is buns.
I just want to look. Yeah, dude, we're at fucking 8 games in. He's already at 2062.
2K passing yards in 8 games is
Like
fucked up.
like the lowest he's had is 212, and that was in back-to-back games versus Las Vegas, who they blew out off of Jonathan Taylor, and the Cardinals, who they won in a close game. And sometimes in close games shit happens. But look, all
Yep.
the Colts are fucking here so far, man.
Very
All
much
right,
here.
college time.
Which, by the way, shout out. Well, first, final shout out. Shout out to the Colts owner.
Miss Irsay.
What's her first name? Yeah, Miss Gordy Irsay.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
her name. If I remember correctly.
Let me look it up
For
because
being down on the field, taking.
that's what she does, bro. She's done that all season.
Carly Irsay Gordon. Excuse me.
Yes, Carly Irsay Gordon.
Shout out to her for being on the field and taking notes every week. And I think more owners should be doing that.
I think
It's really good to see her getting involved and kind of, breaking the stereotype of women just not being in American football.
yeah.
And two, being out on the field as an owner, surveying everything.
Yeah, no, and she has her own headset. I really like what she does. I have been really impressed with how this Colts shift has happened with the unfortunate death of Mr. Irsay. It was It was so sudden for a lot of people. It was very sad, but she's really stepped up, and honestly, it's really great to see.
Yep. So, anyways, just wanted to give that little shout out for the Colts being.
Every time
so
I see
very
her on the
shocking.
field, makes me
I'm
smile.
like, hell yeah. That's a certified hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, college time. The fun stuff.
Well, it's all fun. It's all fun.
This is true. But the more fun stuff.
True.
Except OSU, so.
Yeah. Well, Tuesday was a nothing burger, except obviously Western Kentucky and Louisiana Tech going into OT with after that terrible Western Kentucky loss they faced last week. They were able to bounce back in overtime.
I think because I mentioned this to you, it was funny this CUSA matchup type deal where it was Kennesaw State and FIU had just won games against Western Kentucky and Louisiana Tech the week before. So, and shout out Kennesaw State for being in the CUSA driver's seat, man. They really brought it together after last year.
Yeah,
it's
man.
shocking.
Last year was horrid, but
last year, but
great.
It was their first year in the FBS, and this year they look fucking fantastic.
Well, yeah. I've been impressed with them.
Shout out Delaware and Missouri State, the new newcomers for notching a couple more wins.
I was really shocked because Middle Tennessee did take a lead in this game, and I thought they were going to be in the driver's seat, but Delaware, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I've been really impressed with them. And then Friday masterclass from North Texas, man. 603? Was that the number? 608. 608 passing yards. Holy shit.
Mind you, 750 yards of total offense.
Oh yeah, man. This game was
over 1K yards. I mean,
you had 300-yard receivers. 3.
Almost a 200-yard receiver.
This game was awesome, dude. If you haven't got to watch any of this, please go look at the highlights. It is such a good game.
The average yards per play, they were averaging 11 yards a pass.
Oh yeah.
9, almost 10 yards a play. It
was awesome. It was
no matter what.
It was awesome. After losing in horrible fashion to South Florida.
Yeah.
UNT, man. UNT said, "We are not taking this shit," and they went out and they
I
backhanded them.
also I also want to mention this. Drew Mestemacher is a freshman.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, he is. It's awesome,
6'4", 211 from Austin, Texas. He is a freshman.
dude. He's transferring somewhere next year. He
He is a
he
dog.
he is going to make some money come this offseason. If he stayed and genuinely was taken apart and built and building a culture around North Texas, I would love that. But dude, he needs to go play somewhere else. He needs to go play in the Big 12, the Big 10, Mountain West,
State,
Pac.
Penn State is fucking calling, bro. Penn State is calling right now.
Don't go.
Please don't. Do not pick up.
But look, man, there's a lot of teams moving to the Pac-12 next year. All I'm saying is one of these newcomers.
Hey, he's got a future at Fresno State.
Why don't you come to CSU, twin? Why don't you come to CSU?
That's assuming you guys. That's assuming you guys get a fucking coach.
We got receivers here. We just don't know how to use them. Come to CSU, twin.
Quarterbacks suck.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Anyway, I just wanted to shout that game out because holy shit, it was awesome. And Charlotte wasn't like terrible. They still had 400 yards of offense.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was a crazy
They
game.
were not completely dead in the water. It's just Texas is just
North,
putting belt to ass.
the mean green fighting fucking machine, dude.
They are certainly being fucking mean.
Yeah.
Cal losing an unfortunate
I
double overtime
I watched
marathon.
it. It was so sad, man.
Unfortunate they lose that marathon because I mean they had the better quarterback play. It's just they could not stop the run to save their fucking lives, man.
Yeah,
Because how did you let Kyron Drones run 137 on you, man?
They couldn't protect the quarterback, man. He got sacked a lot. I mean, 3 sacks to Copeland alone was horrid. Kamari Copeland, who I want to look at his game logs. For
Or none.
Oh.
Awesome.
Cool.
Let me check.
We ain't got stats no mo.
I might be able to find it. Let's see.
All right.
Regardless, yeah, it really sucks for California losing to a pretty atrocious team like Virginia Tech.
Yeah, and this would have kind of shot them up higher, given the like internal ACC things going on. This kind of would have lifted them up, but unfortunately, Cal is now sitting 2-2 a conference record, and it's not looking great.
So Kamari Copeland recorded obviously 3 sacks, 4 solo tackles, and 3 tackles for loss.
Those all being the sacks, of course.
Yeah, against G Tech, he got 1 solo, 1.5 tackles for loss.
And a game, I read he had a pick somewhere.
Let's see, where did he get a pick? Pick? Yeah, he does have a pick. Let me see if I can find it. Are they not mentioning it anywhere? No, that's 0-0. Oh, here it is. He got the pick against Wofford.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's a pick against Wofford. He only got half a sack and a solo tackle, but I mean, he's had a pretty good 2-game stretch though.
Oh my God, I just realized. It is the sports equinox today. I didn't even fucking realize.
What does that even mean?
Monday Night Football, World Series Game 3, 11 NBA games, 2 hockey games, 2 MLS playoff games.
Okay, yeah.
It's beautiful. October is the best month.
Yeah. Ooh, and the Jays are... Okay, I didn't realize the series was 1-1.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
And they're at the Dodgers for the 3-game homestand.
Ooh, and you know what's going on tonight? The winless Celtics versus the winless Pelicans, baby.
Ass off. It's both our teams. Yay!
Ass off.
I hope you guys win. I hope you guys win.
No, I hope you guys win.
I hope you win, man. Also, Hell is Real playoff game happening.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Again?
It starts in 2 hours.
Jesus Christ. can the Crew like rectify what happened last year and not shit the bucket in the playoffs again? It'd
S-
be real nice. Oh,
Dude,
nice. Zion Williamson is questionable with a foot injury. Of course he is. Fucking
I hope Cincinnati can finally do it this year, man. We traded away Acosta. We got the better squad right now. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. We traded away Acosta, but right now we have a better squad. I think we can do it. I really, really do.
man. Seabus did bring the cup home.
They did. They did. I'm not
Couple
denying.
years,
I'm not denying that they did. We all saw it. I
multiple
really
times.
I really hope Cincinnati can do it this year, dude.
It'd be nice though to
Um
spread the love.
yeah, and
I'd be
then
okay with it going to either Ohio team. Fuck it.
today obviously for hockey, Blues, Penguins and Bruins Senators. So two decent hockey games too.
Hockey is indeed occurring. Even though the
Wait,
Jackets have
hold on.
been
Who's
fucked
pitching today
all
for these
year.
teams? Oh my god, it's Scherzer versus Glasnow.
Wait, what the
Oh.
fuck? Wait, hold on. The new Utah team is sitting at 8-2.
Yeah.
That's what having a tough logo gets you.
I do like the fucking iceberg mammoth, bro. It's so tough.
It's so
It's so
tough.
tough. All right, we're talking football.
Yeah, all right. Hockey isn't even a ball. We're straying from the ball portion of the knowing ball.
Yeah, no. We know that
This is
being
true,
that being
but
said,
it's tough.
it's tough.
And also,
Anyway,
like, mammoths are cool. Anyways, okay, we're done. Reeling it in. Yep.
okay. A couple
Um,
games that I just want to touch on before we get into ranked games. So I'm just going through unranked games right now.
yeah.
Wake Forest SMU ass off.
Yeah. But hey, Wake
Um,
Forest got it.
Wake Forest won.
This is
Um,
crazier.
Auburn, Arkansas was cinema. If you didn't watch it,
Yeah.
then Auburn looked like a true football team. It was crazy.
Because they benched Jackson Arnold.
It's because they benched Jackson Arnold.
Because he is fucking buns.
Yeah. San Diego State beating the dog piss, so to speak, out of Fresno State.
Yeah.
At
Hey,
home.
they're only a half game behind
Oh, I know.
in the Mountain West.
Oh, I
So
know.
even Boise State is
Yeah. Navy still rolling undefeated. Upset or not? I don't know if it was an upset,
that
but
was not an upset.
no, I don't know how bad FAU
No.
was.
FAU's okay,
I say I don't think they're
but
terrible this year, though, right?
no, but I think Navy was very much
They were
projected.
3-4 going into this game, or
Yeah,
3-5.
that's cool.
Excuse me.
No, FAU actually covered. Navy was favored by
Exactly.
2
Exactly.
scores.
Fuck you. I know what I'm
Well,
talking
that's-
about. No, no,
well-
no, dude. I'm trolling. I'm just trolling. Um.
But anyways,
TCU still trying to fucking claw for a low rank spot. They've been so up and down this year, but we're able to go on
so
the road and
inconsistent.
get the win against the Mountaineers, and that's not an easy place to win in.
yeah.
There was two games I wanted to talk about. Oh, well, I guess we'll talk about my first game because it's an unranked game. Colorado State did not get the upset. They didn't show up, and
They shit the bucket.
that's where we're gonna leave
bad.
that. That's where we're gonna leave it. And then finally, from all the unranked games, the latest one with Utah
Beating the
steamrolling.
Fucking breaks. Holy shit. Mind you, without
Steamrolling.
Dampier.
Oh yeah,
But they took to the ground and they fucking ran through these guys.
yeah, it was crazy.
I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun when Dampier comes back because I don't think the injury is anything too
Let's hope it is so
too bad.
Cincinnati can stay undefeated in the Big 12.
Let's see. Despite being listed as probable, not expected to start. Sustained a leg injury last week against BYU. First team reps and blah blah blah. Yeah, I think Dampier's just nursing a leg injury because it got bent the wrong way in the
Gotcha.
BYU game,
Gotcha.
if I remember. Or I think I got crushed under alignment or something like that. But he'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's not season ending though, so because he was listed as fucking probable.
Yeah.
So He'll probably be back next week. They probably just saw Colorado on the schedule and said, "Yeah, we got this." But hey, next week they got Cincy, so
That's
we'll
one of
see.
my that's one of my games of the week.
It almost was, but then I knew you were going to take it, so I left it.
All right. Uh,
But anyways,
eh,
shout out Utah.
yeah, shout out Utah. Also, I don't know if I already touched on this. I didn't. Dude, Old Dominion, they keep winning games. They keep finding a way to win games. Uh, th- Look, they're not
Sitting
that.
at 5-3,
They're 5-3 in the Sun Belt.
2-2. I mean, if things go their way, they're talking about a possible appearance in the title game.
Look,
But I don't know.
th-
Coastal Carolina has been
this is a
kind of
new FBS team. Newer. This is a newer FBS team.
yeah.
They
When
they
did they?
um I'm
When
not
did Old Dominion join the FBS? 2014. So they've
really.
been in the FBS for 10 years
Huh.
or more than
Interesting.
10 years. Yeah. They transferred into the CUSA. Old Dominion officially began its transition to FBS after the 2012 season, playing as an independent in 2013. The first FBS season was in 2014 as a member of the CUSA, and
Why
they finished at 6-6. Blah blah blah.
why did I feel like it hasn't been that long?
It was also 2014, so
Yeah.
2014. But regardless, I mean they weren't expected to be fantastic this year though, so
True.
it's a good sign.
Yeah.
And also they have a very good offense this year, like yards wise at least.
Yeah.
But anyways, um, yeah, no, shout out to ODU for pulling that one out somehow.
Yes.
So
All right.
ranked game. Well, actually, since we're talking about games specifically between unranked, like with no ranked opponents whatsoever,
Yeah.
I have one game I want to talk about. I just
Go
want to make
for it.
sure the rest are okay. The rest of these are ranked games. Minnesota, Iowa.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I completely missed
We
that one.
might need to talk about the Hawkeyes.
I'll talk about
I hate to
them
say it.
during my rankings.
There's
Don't
there's
worry.
hmm?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I
What'd you say?
no no no. Continue. Continue.
Well, they're sitting at 4-1 in conference play, which is tied with Oregon and Michigan right
Uh
now.
huh.
So, I mean, I mean, Oregon's probably not going to take another loss. They're not scratching the Big Ten championship game. That's not fucking happening. I'm not implying
Oregon
that.
didn't look too good against Wisconsin though.
This is true.
They looked really bad.
They were playing. I don't think they were playing Dante Moore though.
Were they
Oh,
not?
actually, hold the fucking phone. This could get really interesting this week. I didn't even think about this when I was looking at my rankings and everything. Oregon and Iowa face off this weekend
Yeah, they do.
at Kinnick.
Yeah, they do.
So Iowa could jump to that third position
If
in the
s-
Big Ten.
if something crazy happens,
Something fucking crazy could happen.
any given
Indiana could
Saturday.
lose a game any given fucking Saturday. Iowa has a route to the Big Ten chip.
It's not an easy one.
It's sure as shit ain't easy. You guys still got to beat Oregon, but I mean, oh, and you have to beat USC.
We're getting a little too ahead of ourselves.
This is true. But anyways, I mean, Iowa's special. We got to talk about Iowa's special teams specifically.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I think they have one of the best special teams unit in the entire league,
I
and I'm not kidding.
I would be inclined to agree.
I am not fucking kidding when I say that. I mean, you have obviously the shit. How many yards was the return tutty? Was it 50? Was that the 50?
Uh
I'm just gonna look this up real fast. Let's see. Yep, 50 yards. 50-yard TD punt return. They had a pick six in this game. I mean,
oh yeah.
like they had everything go right for them.
Absolutely they did.
Like obviously offense is not their specialty. This is nothing new. Mark Gronowski is nothing special, but
Mhm.
that's also not how they run around here. So, I mean, they put Minnesota down though.
Mhm.
3 picks, one of them resulting in obviously 6.
Yeah.
I mean, Iowa I think is playing the dark horse spoiler in the Big
Mhm.
Ten right now. And this game next week against Oregon, I think is going to be a very like I think it is getting underrated right now. Hell, I underrated it 2 hours ago. I
Yeah.
didn't even think about it.
Well,
Um,
I feel like that always burns us though. Whenever we
it
say that.
does. It does. But at the same time, I didn't put it, well, I didn't put it for my games of the week. I would
Yeah.
have put it as like an honorable mention. But um, I don't think Iowa is going to do anything crazy against Oregon. I still think Oregon is going to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Iowa is showing signs of being a good team, though. That's the thing.
Oh,
I
absolutely
mean,
they are.
they've already reached bowl eligibility. It really can't get much worse from there. So I don't know. It's just we have to give props to teams that aren't ranked but are still playing well in good Power Four conferences.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, our top 30 discussions just become moot and meaningless.
Yeah.
So I just want to talk about that since we were talking about unranked individuals.
Yeah.
So, rank games. There are a decent amount to talk about.
Yeah, there are. My goodness.
Um, we'll start you off because I have a feeling I know which one you're gonna start with.
What feeling is that?
Your group of five, Pride and
Yeah.
Joy.
Yeah. You were right.
Called it. Called it.
Unfortunately, South Florida, who I had ranked insanely high compared to the other metrics, they unfortunately choked it away in the
Real
fourth
bad.
quarter. No points for South Florida. If they scored literally any points on offense, they would have won. The offense just sputtered. I mean,
It didn't help that they missed the field goal to tie it
yeah,
too.
yeah,
That was also like a 50-yarder, I
yeah, they
think.
had missed the 53-yarder. I think his long was from 53. They had missed about a 50-yarder. Two punts back to back before that. And then obviously in the third, you had the turnover on downs as well as the one play touchdown. So South Florida did things on offense, but they just came up a buck short. Memphis, on the other hand, their quarterback looked really, really poised. I liked what he did for a lot of this game. No run game, but I feel like that really hasn't been the Tigers' thing all season. Once again, these group of five schools just kind of are cannibalizing themselves.
Yeah.
Now Memphis has one loss in conference. South Florida has one loss in conference.
And they're sitting at 2 losses on the season, which
Exactly.
is skirting them really close to playoff elimination.
I think they'll have to win out, and they'll need to get some help from other group of five conferences for South Florida to be considered that. I think they can do it. And there's 2 games on the schedule for South Florida that I actually was looking at for their future. If I could pull it up, schedule. So
Navy,
obviously Navy on the 15th is the big one, and then UAB. And that's important because UAB beat Memphis. So those head-to-head matchups against other teams really show, okay, who in this case was better. Did Memphis just get caught off guard? And then for Memphis, in that same breath, they have to go and play at Rice, who's a 4-4 team, and Memphis they had some couple good games on the road against Troy and FAU, but then UAB is where they lost by the touchdown. And then they still have to go they still host Tulane. They host Navy last week. And then they go to Eastern Carolina, who Eastern Carolina hasn't been a pushover, but they haven't been that great this season. So really, when it comes down to it, it's between these two and how they perform against other teams that are trying to, I know this is stupid to say, but that are also trying to fight for a spot. And it really depends on, okay, who's going to beat Navy? Who will beat Navy if they both do great? Because you look at Tulane, they don't have a bye for the rest of the way. Both of those teams do. Mm-hmm. Tulane has to, like I said, go to Memphis on the 7th. They play UTSA in a couple days on the 30th. And then after that, FAU Temple Charlotte.
That's a pretty easy cakewalk to the end of the year.
Yeah, so if Tulane can do their job, then they could be seen as at the top of the conference. But it's going to take some help from Memphis and USF to beat Navy.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of moving pieces in the American right now. I'm telling you, this is one of the best conferences in the G5 that I've seen in quite some time, and I'm really really excited for how it plays out. But then you have other teams like North Texas who are sitting at 3-1 in conference play, and then Temple is 3-1 in conference play.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of moving pieces here. Because if I'm Tulane and I go in and I beat Memphis, I want Memphis to go ahead and beat Navy, and then for USF to go ahead and beat Navy, and then you're gonna want USF to falter a game because you're gonna want to play Navy, or you're not gonna want to play Navy. You're not gonna want to play this run heavy team. So that's just my opinion right now.
And that's fair. So personally, my take, at least, on the American right now, there are 5 teams in the American that I think are reasonably vying for a group of 5 playoff spot.
Yeah.
Because mind you, this is one playoff spot.
So it's all the teams I said but Temple, right?
Navy, Tulane, Memphis, South Florida, and North Texas.
All the
Yes.
teams I said but Temple, yeah.
Yeah. However, I think we're forgetting the fact that Navy plays North Texas next week.
No, I do remember. I do. And that's going to be a really key game. That's actually going to be one of my picks for this week. Was going to be North Texas Navy. You can have it. You can have it. I picked the American a lot. You can have it.
But anyways, I think it's this circle of 5 where however these head-to-heads play out,
Yeah.
whoever comes out on the top is getting, like, I think I'm saying this now because I think it is true currently.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever wins the American is going to the playoffs.
The only way where I don't see that happening is if whoever comes out of the Mountain West stays undefeated.
Yeah, which, like, that's your Boise States, that's your San
Well-
Diego States.
Well,
but
so Boise State right now is currently 4-0 in conference. They're 6-2. San Diego State is 3-0 in conference. They're 6-1 overall. Hawaii is 3-1 in conference, 6-2 overall, and then UNLV only 6-1 on the year, 2-1 in conference, and that game that they just lost
was to Boise State by a shit ton.
was to no, it was it was. It showed the score from last year. Yeah, it was to Boise State.
Yeah.
So look, if the Mountain West cannibalizes itself more, then yeah, whoever comes out of the American is going to do it. But there's some teams in the Mountain West that are really going to be fighting for this spot. Even though I'm with you, the American team deserves it.
The issue here is that in 2 weeks,
2, count them 2.
Boise State goes to San Diego State.
Yeah.
So the cannibalization will begin.
Yeah, and I feel like we're getting into that era. We're getting like into that time frame where it's
and in a 2 week, well, actually, sorry, in a 3 week span, Hawaii has a bye between these two. Hawaii plays both San Diego State and UNLV.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Outside of these couple of games, if UNLV or like if one of these Mountain West teams can come out and like, you know, prove that, hey, we also belong here, then we're talking about a different story. However, I'm with you that these American teams are proving more than these Mountain West teams.
Yeah. Especially on the big stage.
Oh, for sure. Obviously, Tulane got blown out by Ole Miss, but sure, whatever.
I mean, South Florida obviously has beaten Power 5 competition and also kept it relatively close.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Miami game got away from them, but in the beginning, it wasn't.
It's fucking Miami, man. But yeah.
Exactly. Like North Texas is able to put up astounding numbers of offense. Memphis is able to put up astounding numbers of offense. Navy is the only undefeated team within the American. Tulane beat Duke. I think a lot of people are forgetting that Tulane beat Duke.
Yes. It was a close game, but they did it.
It doesn't matter. That is an AC school and an American school. They won.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is a mid-tier ACC school that I think is good.
Yeah, Duke is having a good season. So really,
yeah,
I'm with it. Whoever comes out of the American, in my opinion, deserves to be that G5 spot.
Yeah.
All right, that was a lot just for one game, but
yes, but also it's because the group of 5 is just so fucking complicated, and I love it.
I
I
love it
love that
too.
we're having these conversations about some of these lower tier schools
I'm
and
with it.
lower tier
It
conferences.
makes you care about the game more, in my opinion.
Like the whole
Yeah,
state of the game too, not
I
just,
agree.
oh, it's all power four, blah blah blah. You
Yeah,
have to talk about the group of five all fucking season.
I agree. I completely agree. All right.
So, and I think the level of parity between the power four and the group of five is
Yeah.
starting to shrink in the NIL era, which I am enjoying. Anyways, scene.
Yeah, say I'm also enjoying that just to this is the one time where I will actually like thank NIL because it has been great. It's making good teams great. It's making it's making bad teams better. And it's awesome.
And also just transfer portal, even though the transfer portal is not perfect, there are a
Nothing
lot
no,
of things that
nothing will
need to be
be.
fixed. There are a lot of there are a lot of things that need to be fixed with the transfer portal,
Yes.
specifically the windows. But
Yeah.
whatever. That's besides the point. Um, all right, one of my rank games that I want to talk about because we've talked about this team in the past. Um, Illinois Washington.
Yep.
The Illini, the brakes have just fallen off this team.
Yeah, I don't really think
They have just fallen off a fucking cliff.
yeah, this is no longer the ranked team we saw beforehand. And
No.
this was a team that had everything going for it going into conference play. And I mean literally everything. The defense was clicking, the offense looked spectacular, the run game was poised, the passing game had little to no flaws, and then you get in the
Allgaier was
conference
just throwing the rock. He
yeah.
was slinging the
Yeah.
fucking rock. He looked fantastic.
Yeah, and then you get into conference play.
You get
And,
their
yeah.
asses beaten by Indiana,
I mean spanked.
skyrocket them. I mean, that caused them to now start fucking skyrocketing, and Illinois is just going right past them.
Yeah, I mean, then you have the Ohio game where Illinois showed some poise defensively, but you were outmatched.
Yeah.
Um, just on a talent level, and then you go into Washington. Washington is not an easy place to play. It never is. It
No.
never has been. It never will be.
As loud as a motherfucker.
This is a terrible place to play. And you know me. I've been talking about Damon Williams all year. I've been talking about Coleman all year.
Jonah Coleman and Denzel Boston. Dude,
Yes.
he's fucking
Yeah,
nuts.
Denzel Boston had a really good game. Once again, the Illini did not live up to the challenge. This is another failed season for them with arguably one of the oldest offenses in the entire NCAA. This was their year to make a stand. They have faltered once again.
I want to see what their CFB 25 roster
I
retention.
know they have one of the oldest offensive lines. I can tell you that much.
Um, yeah, Illinois returned 16 starters. That is one of the highest in the entire league,
Yeah.
tied with Clemson and one below Arizona State.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, a lot of these returning players, nine of them were offensive,
Yeah.
including literally their entire offensive line.
Mm-hmm. It's
So,
yeah. It just comes down to what actually can the Jets or not the Jets? Oh my goodness, I just read something about the Jets. What how much more work do the Illini actually have to do before they can make a bigger jump in the Big Ten? Because with the expansion with these West Coast teams, dude, they are so outmatched. It's just not even funny.
and I mean, this puts Washington in a pretty good spot. Obviously, they're not in the driver's seat of the conference. They still have those two losses, so
Yeah,
they're not scratching any title hopes or anything like that. But I mean, with this win, they do reach bowl eligibility. And I would not be surprised. Let's see, they're given the rest of their schedule. Actually, their next three games are pretty nice. You go to Wisconsin, you host Purdue, and then you go to UCLA before the Oregon game, where you host them, which is Oregon's. That's one of Oregon's trap games. I
yeah,
obviously because they're like we just said, it's a harsh environment to play in, and Oregon's going to be going there. They don't have the advantage of being in Autzen.
yeah.
So I don't know. I think my stock in Washington might have been well, actually, it's not that I discredited them too much. I put them outside the top 30 last week, but that's just because they took a pretty bad loss,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly. Who the fuck did they lose to last week? Yeah, they lost to Michigan and they looked pretty fucking bad in that one.
Yeah, I mean, but then it also falls back on Ann Arbor is not a great place to play at. It's
Yeah, like it's loud again. We heard it first and foremost. It's loud as shit there.
yeah, it's not a forgiving area.
No, so I mean, I've my stock in Washington is back up again.
Yeah.
I guess in a sense because they made Illinois look atrocious. So, and I'm selling like basically all my stock in the Illini personally
I mean, I just I never
because they're just
I never think I had any to begin with personally, but you know, is what it is.
sometimes. I mean, that's the thing. I keep my stock in some teams for too long because I want to see how it pans out. But at this point, I'm like, nope, done, bye.
Yep.
So, yeah. Any or rank games that you want to talk about?
Yeah, there's two I kind of want to go back to back on. I watched a lot, if not all of the Ole Miss Oklahoma game.
Mm,
Um, I mean,
your boy Chambliss.
Chambliss is still my Heisman, dude. He's still my Heisman. He looked a little more inept in the Georgia game, but that's against Georgia, one of the best teams within the 2020 era.
Yeah,
And once
on both
again,
sides of the ball.
exactly. And honestly, it got close. Ole Miss pulled their bullshit and they started to give it up. But then, for the first time in what feels like a million years, they were actually able to get the lead back and hold it.
Yeah.
Chambliss is still just doing his thing. He still looks excellent out there. I'm really impressed every time I see him. Lacey had a huge workhorse day. And that really helped Ole Miss because it tired out that Sooner defense going into the fourth quarter. Um,
Which don't get me wrong, the defense, like the Sooner defense,
yeah,
is really, really good, and they were able to get back there a little
yeah,
bit.
they were, and unfortunately for them, John Mateer still has decision problems. And we saw it so many times in this game. He was overthrowing constantly. He was missing his checkdowns. He wasn't able to get his foot. He was on just he was uncomfortable the whole game.
I think that hand surgery really shook up a lot in his game plan.
I think I think
And I just don't know when he's going to feel comfortable again because we saw what happens when he looked comfortable in the pocket. He's great.
I mean we saw him play against Michigan and we both were having, Heisman potential talks. My
Yeah.
my thing with Mateer is since that injury, he looks scared. He doesn't want to get hit again. He doesn't want to go through surgery again, and that's probably what he's thinking. He doesn't look poised. Like he doesn't look poised at all. And with all these receiving threats that Oklahoma always has, including out of the backfield, where first of all, have a day, fucking Xavier Robinson, have a
130
fucking day.
or 140, almost 140 scrimmage yards.
This
Yeah.
guy was a demon on the ground. He was everywhere, and this is his best game this season. I think this is his best game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, have a fucking day, dude. He looked
Yeah.
fantastic. Um, and yeah, you were right. The Oklahoma defense was there. They were able to get home at Chambliss once. But then you look at the Ole Miss defense. One guy with 3 sacks. I mean, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name.
Actually, those were the only sacks recorded.
Yeah, exactly.
Admittedly, Oklahoma did get more in the backfield and also more like passes like blocked
Yeah.
away because they had 14 TFL compared to 6
Well, they also
and
threw.
10 defended passes. But
Ole Miss
Chambliss
also
threw
threw the
it.
ball more.
Yeah, so it's kind of a um I don't know what I'm gonna say. Fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
The passing differential, I guess, kind of makes up for
Yeah.
the amount of defended passes. So, but again, not to discount Oklahoma's defense at all. Like this is still a good Oklahoma team, and these are two good SEC teams still kind of just doing their thing. It's just one team was better.
Yeah. News in the Scadaboo saga.
Oh fuck.
Big Dom, DeSandro, of the Eagles staff, who's the chief of security. I know you know who Big Dom is.
Big Yeah.
Dropped off pizza and cheesesteaks to Scatterboo in the hospital. That's the most
Good
Italian
fucking
sentence I've ever read in my fucking life.
good. That is the most Italian Philadelphia resident. Like, that is literally just quintessential.
So you know what? Good for
W
just
W Big Don.
yeah, I, there we go, guys.
Thank you, Big Don. We appreciate all that you do.
Uh huh.
You're one Philly individual that we do not hate. Now, please get on the Saints O line for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
We need you. The Saints are calling, bro. Come here.
But
No, I'm playing though.
anyway,
Yeah,
it was
I
a great
I
game
got
though.
nothing to
It
say
was
about that game, but
it
yeah,
was close.
yeah. So hopefully Mateer gets more comfortable because I do want to see him get well
Yeah.
after that surgery and everything, and hopefully Chambliss
Yeah.
keeps playing to the level that we are seeing from him here. But again, it's kind of just nice to see a second
Mhm.
string guy from a former Power Five school come to, or a group of five school come to a Power Four, start fresh,
Yeah.
without summer training to really get that rapport with the rest of the team and just leading them to something great. I mean, Lane Kiffin makes great quarterbacks. This is like we can't really argue with that given what we've seen in recent years in college.
In
Great
college,
college
yes.
quarterbacks. Great
Yes.
college quarterbacks.
He
I
knows how
should
to
mention
he
that.
knows how to develop a college quarterback. I will give you
Yeah.
that. Sorry, I had to get all up in my camera
After
to
they
change.
after they leave college.
It's because he runs a very simple offense.
Yeah.
That being said, it works. And that's all you need
Playing
to do.
a rock. Yeah. So anyways, Ole Miss stays in. Do they stay in the driver's seat of the SEC? Yeah, kinda.
No.
They're one game out from TA&M and
Yeah,
Bama.
I was about to say they have a conference loss and those two don't. So,
Yeah,
T,
but I
t-
mean, still, Ole Miss, Georgia are still within that, or actually Vandy as well, are within that striking distance though,
yeah,
where
but
if something goes wrong for either team, they could leapfrog it.
well, Bama's probably going to go undefeated in conference play because their remaining schedule is LSU, Oklahoma, Eastern Illinois, and Auburn.
Yeah, the only one I see them losing is like maybe Oklahoma, but also,
While TAM has a much harder back half to the schedule, um, at Missouri, at Texas to sandwich the remaining 4 games, but then you're hosting South Carolina and you're hosting Stanford. So it
the issue though with Mizzou is with Pribula out.
no Perdula. He was
I forget
balling, dude. He looks so good. He
I
looks
forget if
so
he's out
good.
for the season or not. I gotta look again. Un segundo. Um, let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, he had an air cast on his leg.
Yeah.
So probably broke his leg. Although admittedly, well, I guess we'll talk about that in a sec, actually, once we get to the Mizzou game, because I do want to talk about it for a sec. But
Yeah.
regardless, yeah, TNM definitely has the harder schedule, but it's also not like super crazy.
Yeah.
They're not running like an insane gauntlet. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Ole Miss gets kind of screwed in the SEC like chip game, but also you don't have to go to the chip to make the playoffs. They're
Yeah.
probably going to be a playoff team barring any major fucking disasters,
Yeah.
which really the only one I see happening is Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Because that's your rivalry game, you're away. It's going to be a trap. But I mean, if they win that game, they're in the playoffs. Simple.
I mean, yeah, they just have to do their job. That's
Yep.
all it is.
And for Oklahoma, I think their playoff path. Well, actually, yeah, their playoff path is there. They need to steal games though in order to get it.
It's gonna take a lot of help.
They need to steal games. That's for sure.
Obviously, you can't lose another game. That's the big one.
Yes.
You go to Neyland this weekend, then you have a bye where you can then go into Alabama, but then you host Mizzou and then finally hosting LSU. This is going to be a rough season for them if Mateer does not step up.
Yeah.
They looked so good all throughout, blowing the game to Texas because of Mateer, and then they won against South Carolina, and then again Mateer's decision making loss in the game against Ole Miss. I think they can do it. Mateer will have to step up.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes, but either way, that's
SEC,
kind of the future outlook
SEC
for
is going
those
to be
two
tight
games.
this year, man.
Very,
Tighter than we've seen in a couple years.
especially with the amount of teams they're getting in.
Yeah, what I'm saying. Vikings have placed Carson Wentz on IR. Wentz will undergo season-ending shoulder injury.
Oh, okay. So who are they fucking starting now?
JJ's coming back.
Oh, already?
Yeah,
What did he even do?
I don't remember. Something in his ankle, I think.
Ah, whatever, he can grow up. He's a little bitch. Well, if not, they're playing Max Brosmer, which like,
No. Just
yikes.
whatever you're about to say, no.
Which is just no. Well,
And
actually, McCarthy's still listed as questionable,
he's slated to come back this week.
but yeah. Regardless. Okay, I think that's the end of that Ole Miss Oklahoma, right?
Yep.
I don't think there's anything more to say.
Um
And I would imagine we talk about the Bearcats. Let's talk Bearcats, baby.
All right, bro. Once again, I'm calling his name. Brandon motherfucking Sorsby.
Sorsby.
He looks excellent. I know he only had the 2 touchdowns and he only had 111 through the air. I know. Sawyer Robertson also only had 137 yards. Want to make that very
and
apparent.
Robertson is a guy that throws for like 400 yards in a game, and you're just like, oh, okay.
This was a very ground and pound game for both of these offenses. Cincinnati's defense, though, looked excellent. I will say the Cincinnati run defense looked. They gave up the 90 yards to the running back one for Baylor, but I'm telling you, man, the Cincinnati run offense can counter that. Sorsby is still looking as efficient as he can on the ground. 425 yards and 7 touchdowns for Sorsby on the ground this season. Walker.
So a fun little stat, actually. Yeah. Sorry, since we're talking numbers, a fun little stat. Cincinnati's rushing yards per attempt and passing yards per attempt were the exact same at 5.3.
I love that. That's excellent.
Perfectly balanced offense.
Evan Pryor, another touchdown for him. Former OSU guy doing great things. And then obviously it's hard to say who's running back one between Walker and Pryor. Both have about similar production. Walker was able to get 84 and a touchdown. Pryor was able to get 66 and a touchdown. Not a real big receiving game for Cincinnati, but Allen got his 8th touchdown on the season, and Johnson got his 3rd. This was a really good game. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about this game except Cincinnati, again, continues to impress me. I thought Baylor, we talked about it last week, I thought Baylor was going to keep it close. I thought this was going to be an offensive masterclass of a game. It was, but only for one team and not the reason that you would expect. So I will chalk up a win for me. Cincinnati is now 7-1, sitting at the Big 12, and we're gonna kind of dive into some Big 12 things that I want to bring up, just because big game this weekend. Going to Utah, 7-1 Cincinnati, 6-2 Utes. This is a huge game with a lot of playoff implication. If Cincinnati is able to keep rolling, they will get themselves within striking distance of the playoffs if they are able to secure this win. However, if not, that changes things a little bit. We see BYU obviously in the driver's seat currently, being undefeated throughout, and then obviously T-Tech at 4-1, Houston at 4-1. The Utes would be 4-2 then at that point. This has a lot of late season implications, this game, and I'm really excited for it. And this isn't even Cincinnati's hardest game because they then have to host BYU 3 weeks later. This is going to be a gauntlet for them to go through. But given how they played Iowa State, given how they went into Oklahoma State dominated, given how they hosted Baylor dominated, went into Kansas and won, I really, really like Cincinnati's chances in all of these games. I've been really impressed with how they've been playing so far. I'm honestly stoked. I'm stoked to see how it plays out. And for Baylor, looking at their season, I don't really remember if there's too much left of it. I know, obviously UCF next week. Yeah, and then right after the Cincinnati game on the 1st, they'll also have a bye and then host the Utes, go to Arizona, not an easy place to win. We've already talked about it on this show, and then hosting Houston to end the year. So Baylor also has a smaller gauntlet to go through, obviously to secure any type of a season, and they want to remain bowl eligible. This is not an easy season to remain bowl eligible in. But I really like Cincinnati's chances in all of these games. This is going to be a really important game for Cincinnati. Going to the Utes, starting at 10:15 p.m. East is kind of disgusting. But as a guy in Colorado, I'm kind of excited. But I think honestly, and I mean this with my whole heart, if Cincinnati can beat the Utes, I think they can win the whole damn Big Ten. I think they can beat BYU at home. I think they can host Arizona and crush them. I think they can go into TCU in rivalry week and win. I think if you beat Utah here, you can do it.
Yeah.
I have so much faith in this Bearcats team. It's not even funny. And they open as 7.5 point underdogs. I want to stress that.
Yeah.
And we know Utah, we kind of talked about how Utah played against T-Tech, giving T-Tech their only loss of the season. How T-Tech went in very high on a lot of poise and went into Utah and got crushed. I think this is a different Cincinnati team, though. I think there's a lot more versatility in this offense, and I think this defense is also the same thing, a lot more versatile. I really, really, really like what I'm seeing out of Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think the Big 12 dynamic also will change a lot depending on how the BYU T-Tech game goes this weekend.
I agree. So not only is the Utes Cincy game important, but also talking about BYU T-Tech. There's a lot of Big 12 playoff implication. There's a lot of not even just
Because if BYU, if they beat Cincy, they win out. Or if they just win out in general, and Cincinnati's only loss is to BYU, that's fine. They still make the Big 12 title game. So they very much just, and yeah, again, if they win this game against the Utes, their path to a Big 12 title game becomes very clear and very viable.
Yeah. No,
because then they can just win 2 of their next 3 games. They don't even have to lose to BYU. They just need to win 2 of their next 3 games.
Yeah.
That's the long and short of it. And also the thing is, you have a bye week after this Utah game to rest up for the final 3-game stretch of the year.
Yeah, and that's what I was looking at because Baylor has the same thing, and a lot of SEC teams also have a bye. Everyone kind of has their bye week after the first week in November. So it'll be interesting to see how all of that plays out within the Big 12. But I'm really excited.
Yeah, no, I'm with you though on the Bearcats hype. They're living up to it.
I'm telling you, man, if they can beat the Utes, I think they can go win the whole damn thing. In the Big 12,
Also,
not in the playoffs.
Yeah, fair. Also, something I didn't realize, Evan Pryor and is it Joe? Yeah, Joe Royer, both former OSU guys.
Yep.
A lot of former OSU guys on them Cincinnati Bearcats. So it's good to see them performing well.
Got to go to little brother. Can't kick it with the big dogs. So you had to go to little brother.
Well, actually, speaking of the Big 12, I'm going to keep it within the Big 12. And I want to talk about Texas Tech real fast. Because not because of what happened in the Oklahoma State game. This was expected. What was not expected was Will Hammond going out with a season-ending ACL injury.
Yeah.
So they are now playing on their third-string quarterback. I believe it's Mitch Griffiths? Mitch? Yep, Mitch Griffiths, while they wait for Baron Morton to get back. So Texas Tech is on some rocky fucking ground right now.
Luckily.
Because Morton is available in emergencies.
Yeah.
But that is not exactly the best news to hear.
Yeah, and
as a T-Tech fan.
Yeah, and it's next week they have to go into Kansas State. And I'm not saying that Kansas State is horrible, but given their preseason hype, given what we saw in the first half of the season, Kansas State is starting to put together wins. And you don't want to put your quarterback in a situation where you're facing a hot team on the road. You know,
Yeah,
sometimes
they've won 3 of their last 4, and they lost to Baylor by 1.
exactly. So that's and after the ASU loss, T Tech isn't really in a position to start giving away games.
Well, also, it would also just give away their entire playoff hopes. That's the thing.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
So,
it's gonna be rough for the Red Raiders, man.
yeah, without Baron Morton, they are in a bit of a rough spot because you're either running your third string, I believe a freshman. Let me check that. Nope, actually he's a senior. Never mind.
Yep.
But he's also a smaller guy. He's only 6 foot 195.
Okay, I mean that's not too small for a collegiate quarterback.
It's not that small, but like it's smaller than the other two on their starting roster of 6'2", of both being 6'2", 210. So, but yeah, I just wanted to point that out because obviously we need to watch that quarterback situation going forward to see how we assess T-Tech strength, just in terms of whether they're playing Baron Morton or not, whether they can play him or not, or whether the senior third stringer decides to step up.
Yeah.
Because we saw Will Hammond step up to a degree, but also him being in the game and Baron Morton not being in the game is what lost them that ASU game as well.
Absolutely.
So we'll see. I just wanted to mention that since we were talking about
for sure.
the Big 12.
For sure. I get it.
Fuck it. You know what? We stay in the Big 12. Damn it. We're talking about this bullshit. Damn, there's 2 games I want to talk about in the Big 12, man. This Big 12's awesome.
Which one?
BYU, Iowa State.
Dude, I thought they were dead. I thought BYU was dead.
Iowa State looked really good in the first half, and then BYU said, all right, fuck you. We're done playing around.
Dude, I thought...
Mind you, they're down fucking 14, pretty close, like, with only a minute and a half to go before the half. You're away, by the way. You're being outgained, outgunned, out fucking everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, you come out after half and you just make this snap adjustment and everything just starts fucking working. Minus the run game, obviously.
I mean, but I feel like whenever we talk about BYU, I feel like they don't really have a whole lot of a run game to really go off of.
Yeah. Well, we've seen Bachmeier kind of run it well in the past, which he did today a little bit, or he did on Saturday a little bit at least.
Well, I mean, he was getting pressured in the first half. Like when I looked at this game on paper, I knew it was going to be a good game. But what I didn't expect was for Iowa State to just go 1, 2, 3 so fast. They were so efficient. They looked amazing. The defense held up. Bachmeier looked like shit. He did not look good. And then you come out of the half, whole game slipped on its head.
Actually, it was their first, literally their first fucking play of the game was a 75-yard TD. Like, that is literally the worst way to start this fucking game.
Yeah. But then BYU gets the quick touchdown, but then Iowa State, bang, field goal. And then BYU has to punt. And then bang, touchdown. And then BYU had to punt. The game was just flipped on its head. And then obviously the fourth quarter collapse of Becht. He looked... Oh, God, he looked horrible.
Just absolute fucking cookies at the end.
Piss poor, man. Fucking INT downs, INT. I mean, what is that? Like...
Real bad.
Yeah, no, it wasn't good.
And also fumbled as well. So
yeah.
Iowa State just gave over the ball so many goddamn times. They had 4 turnovers this game.
Yeah. It was in
a home game.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. They got rattled.
They fully pissed away the game at home, which you shouldn't be doing that.
Well, obviously not. I'm just with full confidence that they got rattled. They thought they had it. They let up. They took their foot off the pedal, and then when BYU started popping them back in the mouth, they got
get started again.
Yeah, they got rattled.
So, I mean, I mean, props to BYU for coming back against this. I mean, good teams find a way to win, great
Yeah.
teams find a way to cover, and amazing teams find a way to come back while down 2 scores away.
Yeah.
Mind you, Iowa State was actually favored in this game by 2.5.
Yeah. I remember. Sorry, I'm watching John Gruden
So,
talk about the Bengals.
so I mean, all my statements hold true. Again, good teams win, great teams cover, amazing teams come back
Yeah.
and win it.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, BYU is obviously still driver's seat of the Big 12. We've already talked about this. You know, if they win out, they've got it. They've got their playoff. I mean, they're playing like a playoff team right now. That's
Yeah.
like bar none. Bar none.
Yeah.
Um, Bachmeyer is fantastic for a freshman. Like absolutely. He is playing on another level.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Um, like this is something you expect from like a redshirt junior or like a senior that's transferred from group of 5 up to power 4, not from a true freshman. So I'm excited to see what he does going forward. And I think BYU is in very good hands as per usual somehow. I do not know how those fucking Mormons decide to coax these guys out there besides money.
Oh yeah.
Them Mormons got crazy money.
Yes, they do.
Anyways,
All right. So
that's about it there.
let's see.
And then final Big 12 game of the day because we need to talk about one of these teams. Houston, Arizona State.
Yes.
Arizona State is nothing without Sam Levitt and Jordan Tyson.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't care. Without
I don't think
like,
people would disagree with you.
yeah. Jordan Tyson is carrying this fucking team, and Sam Levitt is carried by Jordan Tyson, with also Sam Levitt carrying this team as well.
Absolutely.
I will say this is a knock against Levitt though, because he is inconsistent.
Yes.
He relies on only a few members of his offense in order to get things done, and it's just like without it, he looks lost. Obviously, we can see that McLean still had 150 yards on the day, but at the same time, it's just we've seen these games where Levitt doesn't have that one key piece, and
Yeah.
it just falls to shit immediately.
Oh, absolutely.
Like in every single one of their losses, something has happened relating to Sam Levitt,
Yeah.
which I think also speaks to Arizona State's lack of depth at the QB position.
Oh yeah, because you don't think that anything's gonna happen because you have
And you didn't prepare for it.
Yeah, you have your guy.
Yeah. And I mean, Wegman looked absolutely fan-fucking-tastic on the other side of things.
Yes, he absolutely did.
Accurate. He ran all over them. 2 tutties, 312 scrimmage yards. I mean, we knew, and the thing is, I feel like we knew how good he was coming out of A&M.
Yeah.
It's just, I think that it's gone kind of under the radar in the first like couple of games of the year.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
mind you, the only loss they've taken this year was to a red hot T-Tech team that wasn't riddled by the injury bug yet.
Yeah.
I believe Morton was still playing, but I'm gonna double check that so I'm not.
Yeah. Say I'm not entirely sure.
Morton was still playing. And Wegman I think got benched that game. It looks like, or something happened, but regardless. So I mean, Houston's staring at this Big 12 and saying, well, if they cannibalize each other, it could work if they went out, obviously. So we'll have to see how Houston navigates this going forward. They have West Virginia this week. Then actually the rest of their Big 12 schedule, they don't even face any of the top contenders. They literally just need the top guys to cannibalize themselves if they want to get into the chip.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, because their last 4 games are they host West Virginia,
Yeah.
visit UCF, host TCU, visit Baylor. None of those teams are far above 500.
No.
If at all.
No.
So you have a pretty easy route to what's that, 8-1? Yeah, 8-1 in conference.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't get me wrong, two teams are sitting at 5-0 right now, but one of them has to cop a loss,
Oh, for sure.
mind you.
For sure. For sure. For sure.
So the route to the Houston Big 12 chip is very alive, especially with T-Tech being kind of on shaky ground, albeit they still have the head-to-head over Houston. But
Yeah.
again, Houston wins out, T-Tech takes another loss.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
We're instantly reconsidering the entire Big 12.
Oh, for absolutely for sure.
So I don't know. It's just I think this is still not exactly Houston's division to win, but I think they can fight the good fight and at least take a top 4 position in the Big 12. And I don't think that's super far-fetched to say. But they could also make the chip.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows? They are not out of this playoff race just yet, though. That's kind of the takeaway here, I guess. This was a big, very necessary win for them, for sure.
For sure.
As for ASU, they take their second Big 12 loss. It's kind of just over for them at this
Yeah.
point. You returned all this production. You were hoping to have playoff hopes like last year, and you just take some really bad losses that you should not take.
For sure.
Like, again, the Mississippi State loss shouldn't have happened. The Utah loss, I don't think the Utah loss shouldn't have happened,
Mm-hmm.
but it should not have been as bad as it was.
Yeah.
You should not get your brakes blown off by 32 points for a somewhat adjacent opponent in the Big 12 standings, I guess.
Yeah. No. I completely agree, man.
And same with Houston. They could have won this game, but Sam Levitt sold.
Yep.
That's just the long and short.
Yep.
So we will see how they navigate that going forward. But I would chalk ASU season up to a loss at this
Yeah.
point. If I was a fan, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's 4 more that need to be talked. I think that should be talked about, albeit one is kind of a quick mention.
Yeah. Go with a quick mention first.
UVA UNC.
Yeah.
Once again, the Tar Heels lose another close one. They just cannot find ways to win.
Yeah.
Virginia, however, is finding ways to win despite their offense not being that good.
I mean, I watched the endings of this game, man. That's a fucking nut hair of a length away from the pylon, and UNC wins. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, you know me, I haven't been super high on the Cavaliers all year. I keep saying that.
Yeah.
And I didn't like how this game was coached for UNC. I thought that their run game had a lot more production that they should have relied on rather than Gio Lopez, who has proven to be a turnover machine.
Yes.
I definitely think the Tar Heels should have won this game, but due to whatever coaching factor you want to get into, it didn't happen. Obviously, having no points scored in the second half at all is crazy. I just, Virginia somehow stumbles to a win because UNC is on the bases of just being incompetent.
Yeah. I still don't know why they went for 2. Like, just kick the fucking field goal and go to 2 OT. You literally had it right there.
Yeah.
Like, I understand. I understand somewhat going for the win, but also at the same time, your defense has been holding them to a decent degree all game.
I
in
agree.
them.
I agree.
Don't piss the game away because you think your offense can do something for once. And it bites them in the ass. So, yeah, Belichick's tenure in UNC is off to a fucking horrendous 2-5 start.
Yeah. And
Meanwhile, UVA sitting at 7-1.
yeah.
And I believe they're undefeated in conference.
Yeah, they are. They're one of
Two.
2. Yeah, one of 2.
Yep. G-Tech and UVA
G-Tech,
are currently the projected teams to go to the ACC game based on their record right now.
Yeah. So look, it's getting to a point right now where we're talking about bowl eligibility for UNC. People talked playoffs, people talked top
I
of
mean,
ACC. We're talking about bowl eligibility, man.
yeah, people were talking fucking playoffs at the beginning of this year. I
Yeah.
want to mention that.
No.
Everyone was like, "Oh, Bill Belichick's going to come in and turn UNC into this powerhouse immediately." Look where that
No.
look where that got you. You guys are 0-3 in conference play. You
Mm-hmm.
have one of the worst offenses in the entire league.
Yep.
I want to mention that. Their overall offense, 129th in yards per game.
Yeah, it's not good.
Um, and I mean, looking forward for the rest of this, mind you, you can only take 2 losses of these 5 games.
Yeah.
You go to Syracuse on a backup quarterback in Ricky Collins.
Mm-hmm.
You host a pretty atrocious Stanford team. You go to Wake Forest to beat the Demon Deacons. You host Duke in a rivalry game, quote unquote, but that's
Yeah.
more of a basketball rivalry. But Duke and UNC still hate each other no matter the fucking sport. And then you have your true rivalry game of visiting NC State at the end of the year.
Absolutely.
So, and I think, yeah, you can only lose one of those games, mind you.
Yeah.
And I see two very realistic losses in Duke and NC State. So, if they end the year at 5-7, I
Yeah.
think that's their most likely outcome. But I would not be surprised if it's a 4-8 season.
Yeah.
But I
Uh,
think I think 5-7 is their ceiling, straight up.
yeah. No.
So the Bill Belichick era in UNC is again off to a fucking awful start.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, UVA, um, I mean, this team is still a pretty shaky one. So, and you still have some halfway decent ACC teams on your schedule. You still have Cal and you still have Duke. Both of those games are away games. Admittedly, your home slate is fucking piss easy. You have Wake Forest and Virginia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
That's so fucking free. Um, but it's your away slate that will make or break your entire season.
For
Like
sure.
straight up. If you give up that loss to Duke, suddenly they're sitting below G Tech
Mm-hmm.
for that ACC title game. Because did Duke beat SMU and Pitt or did they even fucking play them? I'm looking right now.
Okay.
Oh, they don't even play them. Okay, so that point is null and void. But regardless, I mean SMU took a pretty bad loss this week. Pitt's not a great team either.
Yeah.
So, like Duke and Louisville, I think even though they're sitting at 3-1 at 5th and 6th in the conference overall, they could make a case to pretty easily get to the ACC title game, assuming UVA falters,
Mm-hmm.
which given how they're playing this year, I kind of see it happening.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know, maybe Virginia could just hold on. Who the fuck knows? We will see this weekend when they go to Golden Bear Stadium.
Yeah.
We will see. So, but anyways, just wanted to bring that up as a little bit of ACC action.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
All right, you got anything you want to talk about that since I've been
I
running my
mean,
yapper?
so
I have an SEC triple gauntlet
so
sitting right
so
here.
obviously Mizzou
but-
Vandy, but that was one of your games, so I'll leave
Yeah.
that to you. I just want to touch on Tennessee. Tennessee, Kentucky. Blah, 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 I'm stuttering.
Yep.
I just want to touch on it. Aguilar looked really, really great in this game. I was really impressed. But then again, Tennessee's defense once again looks like dog shit. I need everyone to
won the worst.
understand.
No,
Kentucky's
they don't even have
quarterback
the-
threw for 5 touchdowns. And before that, he had 4 coming into the game. So he doubled his touchdown total. This Tennessee defense sucks. But if you can outscore everyone, I guess it doesn't matter. Tennessee really needs some help if they're going to want postseason implication. But I don't think it's going to happen with this defense.
No, I think they're too susceptible to random bullshit losses that they shouldn't take.
Yeah. And that's
Which they've been skirting some of these wins over the lower tier SEC teams, like the Arkansas Mississippi State
Yeah.
games, they scraped by the skin of their fucking teeth.
Oh,
And mind you,
I
you
completely
still
agree.
have Oklahoma. You have Oklahoma and Vandy still on your schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And if Vandy's still playing hot, you lose that game 1 billion%. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I think you're correct in the assumption or the statement that Tennessee needs some outside help to make it back to the playoffs this year.
Yeah, it's
I just don't think they're at that caliber personally.
yeah, no, same.
Like, don't get me wrong, if you put their offense on any other like qualifying team that has a pretty good defense, yeah, that's one of the best teams in the country. I don't
Yeah.
care. Like, that's a top 10 team.
Yeah.
But then you put Tennessee's defense,
Exactly.
it's just, I mean, they're the 100th ranked overall defense, which
Yeah.
is terrible. They're bottom 15 in passing protection,
Wait,
like for the
wait,
or
wait.
passing.
I,
Sorry,
I, I
passing
would say,
defense.
I would say, in pass
Bleh.
protection or pass
Bleh.
defense.
Passing defense. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no,
I
but
misspoke.
yeah, that's just my opinion with Tennessee right now. I will
Yeah.
say, there's one thing really that I have to like. I mean, I know you want to touch on like Vandy, like Mizzou, and that's your game. I wanna talk about LSU A&M just real quick.
Yeah, I had that as one of my triple whatever because of
Yeah.
what obviously we have
Yeah.
we have an elephant in the room that we need to talk about.
Yeah. Before going into there, I just want to say Miami took care of business against Stanford. Michigan took care of Michigan State. I will say though, Michigan State offense is an unfortunate circumstance of the defense. I think Michigan State still has a productive team. The run game has been decent for them all season. Quarterback play has been kind of iffy, but compared to Michigan stats, not really a whole lot of difference besides Michigan has two very good runners. Michigan State only has one. I really think this Wolverine team is becoming opportunistic of other people's failure. I don't really think they're as good as people say they are, and I'm trying not to be as biased as I possibly can. I really am.
When you have a guy throwing 47% against a not so great Big Ten team, yeah.
Yeah.
That's sitting at 3-5, by the way. Or
Yeah.
well, it was 3-4 going in, but still.
But I also think
And also-
I also think Michigan State isn't as bad as the record indicates. I think they've been
Yeah.
on the bad end of some just unfortunate games.
Yeah, albeit Aiden Childs is kind of one of the main problems in Lansing.
Yeah,
I will say.
unfortunately.
He kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Yeah.
No, you right though. Yeah, why don't you talk about that? I gotta
Yeah.
call my boss real fast.
All right. Kyler's in the doghouse. Yeah. So basically, once again, we've talked about him before. We talked about him again. Fucking Michael Reed, dude. He is electric. If it wants to load, I would love to show you more things about Mr. Reed. Marcel Reed. I said Michael Reed. I keep reading things on my phone and then putting them on the screen. Anyway, Marcel Reed. Marcel Reed has looked excellent in so many of these games. Obviously, against Mississippi State, we had some kind of worrying talks. And again, this past Saturday, he only completed 12 passes for 202 yards and threw the 2 picks. But the story here is he ran for 108. And not only that, Casey Concepcion with the big punt return touchdown, as well as a receiving touchdown. The elephant that needs to be addressed is that LSU now, as it stands, is unranked, and the Clemson win doesn't mean anything anymore. Sorry. The Clemson win means nothing for the Tigers. You know why? Because their schedule, they lost to Vanderbilt at Vanderbilt. They lost to A&M at home. They lost to Ole Miss by 5 points. They were able to squeak out a win against South Carolina, but I mean, like, only putting up 20 against Florida. We knew that's a tough environment, but like, this team has nothing. They have nothing to show for anything. This is a terrible LSU team. Brian Kelly literally just got fired. They put in the other quarterback. Like, Nuss has been horrid. And the stats maybe might not show that. Passer rating of 133, 65% completion, 1,800 yards, 12 touchdowns, 5 picks. And, you would look at that and you say, that's not terrible. When you're in the SEC and when you're competing for an SEC, this, as compared to this, is not it. The LSU defense is also not good. I will give you that. It is not a particularly great defense. They had the 2 picks today, not a single sack. We look at the A&M defense, 1 sack, 1.5, 2.5, 4.5, 6, 7 sacks. That's insane. This is an A&M defense that has been stout all year with Marcel Reed doing whatever the hell he wants to on offense, with Casey Concepcion and Mario Carver being one of the best wide receiver duos in the country. LSU has nothing. The run game is dead. The receiving game is not as explosive as we saw first game of the season against Clemson. LSU has, and we talked about LSU's schedule earlier. They have to go to Bama. They have to host Arkansas. Like, this is it. Like, this was the nail in the coffin for the Tigers. Even if they won out, even if they beat Bama and all these other teams, there's nothing for them here. This is a 3-loss SEC school. You don't get in. You're done. The Aggies are solidifying themselves as the best SEC team currently. Now, the Aggies do have a bit of a rough patch to go through.
Okay.
And unfortunately, like I said, they have Mizzou, South Carolina, Stanford, and Texas. We already talked about the Aggies, but LSU is done. They're done.
Oh, they've been done since the second they lost to Vandy, but this just put the nail in the coffin, especially for
That's exactly what I said.
Brian Kelly getting the axe.
I mean, look. If Marcel Reed can just do whatever he wants on offense every game, then they're just going to find new ways to win. This is a stout defense, 7 sacks against Nuss, like I said earlier. A&M is
also when you have guys like Casey Concepcion and Mario Carver,
again.
And mind you, this is against a Blake Baker led defense that was looking really good going into this year. It's just Chip Kelly's a fucking moron and doesn't know how to operate a team to save his fucking life. Literally. So, it's just I am glad that LSU lost this game by that much so that Brian Kelly can get the fuck out of coaching forever. Goodbye and good fucking riddance. Because frankly, he is a bad person that I do not know why LSU even hired him in the fucking first place.
I've been saying that.
But
Anyway, that's all I really have. A&M is in the driver's seat of the SEC, being the only undefeated SEC team.
Also in playoff contention. I mean, you're sitting in a top 5 spot.
Well, that's
no
what well, that's what I'm saying. Like, the hardest thing they have to do is go to Mizzou and then go to Texas in rivalry week. I honestly think they just have
conference trip weekend is obviously going to be its own.
Obviously,
its own hell in a handbasket, but that's not guaranteed.
And it's probably going to be against Bama because I don't see Bama dropping another game. Bama's too hot.
Yeah. Yep. Especially with Heisman playing the way he is.
Yeah.
That's Heisman.
And just to touch on the Bama game, look, South Carolina had definitely a lot of opportunities to win. They
had the game in the bag. They had it.
Yeah.
Truly and genuinely, they had it.
Yeah, they had it. Bama had to complete the fourth quarter. Just the run game wasn't there for Bama, which is normally not even a thing. Obviously, Ty Simpson,
Jeremy Bernard with the 25-yarder to seal it.
Obviously,
that's the one thing they did right.
Yeah. But Sellers only 50% or not even 50%.
Barely. 55.
Yeah, 55%. Only the one touchdown with the pick. He did rush for one, but again, this is a battle of defensive differences, and we see South Carolina got to Ty Simpson twice. However, Alabama's defense with the same number of sacks were able to get the interception, and that's like South Carolina had it. They matched Bama very well on the offense. 12-yard difference. or not, sorry, not 12-yard, 8-yard difference. Insane.
Yeah.
This should have been
Albeit,
I was just gonna say this should have been a game that South Carolina should have won. It wouldn't have put them back. It like catapulted them anywhere near the playoffs or near the SEC title. But what it would have done is showed them that they are still competent and that their season wasn't lost for nothing.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got it.
Yeah. I just want to say specifically about Nick Harbor.
Yes.
He is getting so underutilized. How do you
absolutely.
have one of the fastest receivers in the entire league and you only target him 3 fucking times?
Yeah.
That is stupid. I think South Carolina needs like coaching changes just across the board because minus the def. Well, I don't know. Maybe the defense needs some changes, but like, I think it's just because they had such good defensive line pieces last year that they were so good.
Mm-hmm.
But without those, they're just kind of, eh. They're just kind of whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Beamer era, in Columbia is over pretty soon. I would
Yeah.
not be surprised. So we'll see how that changes. But yeah, I watched the last drive for Bama South Carolina, and yeah, that was, I mean, Kellen DeBoer really has stepped into his own as a coach. Albeit obviously they kind of had a really, really shitty start to the game. Well, actually, they had a pretty shitty 3 quarters.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, hey, if you're able to figure it out at any point in the game and pull away and win, I mean, good teams find a way to win. That's just the long and fucking short of it.
Yep.
So, yeah, Bama's still obviously cruising in the SEC, and week after week, the FSU loss looks even more and more fucking stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks fucking stupid.
I
Or
agree.
just that the FSU win was quite literally a fucking fluke.
Yeah.
So they are a team I do not want to run into come playoff time. Truly and genuinely, I do not want to run into Bama. So, but also OSU the greatest team ever.
Yeah.
Okay. Last game before we get into rankings. Mizzou Vandy.
This was
Obviously
defense,
this was a defensive fucking game.
and I loved it.
And that's
I loved it.
Yeah, that's what makes these games so great. But the part that I want to touch on is obviously the injury of Beau Pribula.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it, and it's not good. I'm gonna say I'm like 99% sure he's out for the year, because I'm pretty sure he broke his leg. Let's see. Do we see anything? Ankle. Well, actually, he could return it. Oh, so okay, it was just an ankle injury, or it was an ankle. Severe ankle sprain, not expected to be season-ending.
Yeah. But
So he could
it's
come
like
back towards the end, but
what they're saying is it's a bad injury where he has a bad sprain and also ligament damage, but no surgery is necessary. So he could return if need be, but I think the way they're wording that, don't bring him back. Yeah, let him rest. Let him rest.
So it's a really, really, really unfortunate loss for them.
Yeah.
Because like if you just look at the box score and the yards and everything, you'd say, oh, Mizzou just played a really good game. It's just Vandy played better, and you would be correct. However, it's the future implications that are a problem because you've now lost your starting quarterback. I don't know if Zollers is a freshman or not, or if he's like a young guy. Yeah, he's a freshman. So you're running on a pretty young guy, albeit he did play well, all things considered.
Yeah, he
Like
absolutely
for
did.
just starting that game, I think he played really well. Given a week to really get integrated into the system, maybe Mizzou won't be that fucked. But at the same time, you face the Aggies next week. So actually you have 2 weeks to get used to the system. But that's the issue, is your first game starting for the year is against a top 5 team.
Yeah.
Albeit it's at home, so you'll have the crowd behind you and everything,
Yeah.
but it's still not fantastic, you know?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. It won't be great, but given what he did against Vandy, I mean, I really think that there's a chance to look, not win, but to look competent.
And keep it close.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think if Mizzou, because what's the line on? Well, actually, we probably can't see the line because that's a game 2 weeks out.
Yes, we can. We can see the lines. We can't see the
Okay,
uh, or at
let me
least we should
check.
be able to.
SEC Saturday, November 8th.
They do it for some games. Sometimes the game previews. Here, let
Okay,
me
I
see.
can't see it. Can't see it on Real. Let's see if I see it on ESPN.
Oh,
SEC Week 11. Yeah, I don't see it.
let's see.
A&M Mizzou. Or are we seeing the line?
A&M.
No, I'm not seeing
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Doesn't say. That's fine.
Well, I guess if we're going off matchup prediction percentages, I guess it's a 55-45 split.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I can try to look it up right now.
I'm imagining it's going to be probably a one score game. So
Probably.
or Vegas is probably pegging it as a one score game. So if you keep it within one score,
Yeah. And
that's not a bad outlook for the rest of your season, realistically.
and honestly, given the way Pavia was able to play, I mean, he's a dual threat quarterback. They shut him down pretty well through the air. Pavia, he only did have 20 total rush yards on 8 rushes. Given that, I mean, Reed is a better dual threat quarterback, but that's what he is at the end of the day, a dual threat quarterback. So if Mizzou can hone them in, there's a recipe for success there.
Yeah, and it was only 2 total sacks on the day for Mizzou, which
Yeah.
admittedly, getting back there for 2 sacks with how mobile Pavia
Yeah.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
But we knew that Mizzou's defense is good. So
Yeah,
that's
there is no spread on this game just
I
yet.
figured. I figured. We'll talk about it next week once we actually have
Oh,
the
I'm
spread
sure we
then.
will.
As for Vandy, I mean, you're bowl eligible. Fuck.
They're 7. I mean,
Well,
they were bowl eligible.
You're 7-1. You're now slated in the top 10. This is your year to lose, man. Go make the fucking playoffs, man.
Yeah.
I don't even that's awesome. You know? You truly cannot be mad about this. If anybody out there is mad about this, even Tennessee fans, I don't give a shit. I don't think even Tennessee fans could be mad at this. And I know it's technically their rival, but
Yeah.
at the same time, Tennessee made the playoffs literally last fucking year. And they've been at the top of the SEC for years and years and years. They have their flowers. That's not what we're
Yeah.
arguing. That's not what they should be arguing against here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that the Commodores are finally good for once, you know? And it's not like the most shocking thing in the world. I mean, it's yeah. I don't know. So, but unfortunately, Vandy has a pretty decent gauntlet to end the year. You go to Texas, and then you host Auburn in UK, which is actually not that bad for 2 weeks at home. And then you play your rival Tennessee away. So your away games are definitely a problem.
For sure.
And I don't think you're sniffing the SEC title game. It sucks to say it, but I don't think you're sniffing that title game.
Yeah.
Just with, I mean, mind you, the only SEC loss they've taken is to Bama, but
They need some outside help.
with Bama slated to go undefeated in conference play, and you have Georgia, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M still sitting above you. It's
Yeah.
real rough, man. It's real fucking rough. But also, that's the thing is you don't even need to go to a title game to make the playoffs. If you're in the top, if you're in the top 12, obviously going into, or no, top 11 actually, because the group of 5 spot, they can still go for an at-large bid. They just need to cover each and every game. I think that is the long and short of it. That is how Vandy makes the playoffs: is cover, 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 cover.
Yeah.
And then from there they can play hard, play fast, and do what they do best, and just play fucking spoiler. So I'm excited though. I'm excited for Vandy.
Yeah, me too.
So we will see how it pans out going into
For sure.
playoff times. Obviously, with the first college football rankings officially coming out in 2 weeks or a
Yes.
week.
Yes. No. So it'll be 8 days from today. No.
Okay.
No.
Hmm?
November. It'll be. Fuck. Let's look. When does the
Fourth.
first?
So
Yeah, 8 days from
8 days.
today.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was the
So
4th or the 12th, or the 4th or the
yeah,
11th.
yeah. So next week we will be switching up our top 25 format as well.
Yeah.
It will now be playoff brackets.
Yeah. It will be playoff brackets, and obviously we can't I can't make like a bracket on the notes app. But I'm gonna try to find a way to make like a legitimate bracket.
Maybe there could be like a. Actually, I'm gonna look this up right now. Hold on.
Oh, if there's like a bracket app like creator.
Yeah. College football playoff game simulator. What the fuck? That's bracket maker? Oh, yeah, I guess we would just use a bracket maker, I guess. I mean, there's literally just the site called Bracket Maker, so that could
Yeah.
work.
My thing is, can it have things that like where we add like first outs? Because that would be nice.
Oh, first outs. Yeah, we probably should just do it in the list and be like 1,
Yeah.
12, 2, 11, blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
That's probably just how I'm gonna set it up.
Yeah,
Just make it look like
yeah,
a bracket
yeah,
and then
yeah.
just
Have your first
because
four buys.
we're not predicting winners. So
No. We're just gonna have the first four buys and then whatever the matchups will be, and then the first. I'm doing it because it's a 12-team playoff, 4 buys, the 4 matchups with teams 5 through 12, and then
first 4 out.
I was gonna do first 3, so it's 15 teams.
But just imagine it 4, 4, 4.
4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Yeah.
Anyways, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's better. No, I like your way. You're better.
Okay, so recaps are done, I believe.
Yes.
Unless you have final thoughts on Mizu Vandy.
No, you said everything pretty well. Games though. We gotta pick games.
Yep, which I have here on my notepad. I'm just going to pull it up. Oh, I need to zoom back in.
I'm Kai Guy. I do my things before.
Yeah, I want to be prepared because you know what happens when I'm not prepared, dude. Streams turn into 5 hours.
Fuck no, baby.
Exactly. You don't want that again. That's what I thought. All right. I got my games.
All right. Well, we already gave you the American game.
Oh, well, actually, that wasn't even my game of the week.
Oh.
Wait, was it even my game?
One of your picks? Because I said, because we talked about Cincinnati, Utah.
Oh, wait, that was one of my honorable mentions. Never mind. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Okay, well then I'm getting it then. Fuck you. Okay.
Sorry, my bad. I got
yeah.
a different. So I will say this week, a first in a long time, no SEC games. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you. No longer dick riding the SEC.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and take my first game since we already talked about it. Navy, North Texas.
Oh wait, that was the one.
I just said UNT.
Sorry, I'm stupid.
Oh my god, dude. Okay.
Sorry, I'm actually stupid. Sorry, I might be restarting.
Kai Guy will take UNT and Navy. And who do you have as your winner?
I have University of North Texas to knock off the midshipmen.
Okay.
And remove the final group of 5 team from being undefeated.
All right. Very good. I will move into my first pick then, and we already talked about it. We already know Cincinnati, Utah.
Down for my honorable mentions, because
and this game is going to be excellent, I believe. Give me the Bearcats. Give me the Bearcats. Give me the Bearcats to keep rolling through this Big 12.
Yep.
All right, what's your next?
So technically the Navy UNT game was my number 2,
Okay, what's your number
but
1 then?
Duke at Clemson.
Duke at Clemson. I figured you were gonna pick that one.
Duke University. I mean, Clemson's looking to save their season in any fucking way possible, but I
Yeah.
mean, Duke's running. Are they running cold or running hot? I don't know. Actually,
I
I
haven't
haven't
been
checked.
I haven't been keeping up.
Checking the ACC real fast. Well, I mean, they are sitting at 3-1 in the conference, and they are and within striking. Oh, that's right. Okay, so they had 3 good wins in a row after the Tulane loss. A relatively close loss to Georgia Tech, although I think it got closer because of garbage time loss. But
Yeah.
also, you're playing Georgia Tech. You're playing a top 10 team that's playing, for crazy playoff spot and all that good stuff,
Yeah.
like ACC chip, the works. So I wasn't really super pissed about that loss,
Mhm.
realistically. Um, Meanwhile, again, Clemson is trying to just salvage any fucking thing they can after this season.
For sure.
They're coming off of a bye after a pretty bad loss to Clemson or to SMU. Excuse me. Clemson can't lose to themselves. I'm fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Um, but they've lost to some pretty bad fucking teams this year. I'll
Yes,
be
they have.
honest. They have lost to Syracuse. They have lost to SMU. They almost lost to Troy, and the rain delay fucking saved them.
It did. We all know
Um,
this.
yeah. And their two ACC? Yeah, their two ACC wins are against UNC and Boston College. Literally
Mhm.
the two worst teams in the ACC.
Yeah.
Um, so, I don't care that you're in fake Death Valley. I don't care if you have Dabo Sweeney, Cade Klubnik, all these other pieces.
Yeah.
Give me the fucking Devils, baby.
All right.
Horns up,
Duke.
bitch.
Duke.
Duke University.
All right. There's not really a whole lot of like good football games that I'm looking at while going through here, so I guess I'll pick another top 25 matchup, and I'll take Vandy, Texas, as one of my games. Uh, Obviously, Vandy's rolling hot. Texas is trying to save themselves. In Texas, kind of uncertain about Arch. From what I heard, I haven't heard any new news about it.
Did he hurt or something? Oh, that's right. He went down late
Yeah,
in the
he went
OT
down late.
loss.
I don't
Or in
know
the
a whole
OT
lot about it. But honestly, me, I love Pavia's game. I love what Vandy's got building over there. So I'm still gonna take the Commodores. Uh,
Doors.
and I think this. So I'm picking two road teams back to back. And this is where I think Texas finally gets their season quieted down.
Or finally.
Mm-hmm.
And they're finally put away for good
Yeah,
so that the AP can stop glazing them.
what I'm saying. All right,
So,
what you got?
for my game of the week, a
Mm-hmm.
historic rival of two of college football's greatest and most storied programs. And it is now an official Big Ten matchup. And I don't know if this is the first time since the merger that this has happened. Um, but my game of the week, USC at Nebraska.
Okay,
Two of the college football greats duking it out.
very true.
Old school style, baby. The way we like to fucking see it. Which I kind of want to see the last time that USC and Nebraska um Nebraska football. Here we go. Um, Football history. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Okay, their last matchup was last year actually in November. And USC won that 28-20. And that was the first time they had faced that they had first in 10 years. So it's their second year in a row going at this. But I ultimately think that despite Nebraska's home advantage and Dylan Raiola possibly playing really well and Matt Rule just being a really good coach, I still think Lincoln Riley and Jaden
Mm-hmm.
Mayava and all the other guys that they have on this roster, I think, are just going to overpower him. So give me USC to
Yeah.
take the away victory for the second time in a row, actually. Taking them
Okay,
back-to-back away victors.
not bad. Okay, so
That was fast.
USC. And for my last game, I was actually going to pick USC Nebraska. Let's see.
minds think alike.
There are a couple of good games I'm looking at here, but there's not really any that are like eye-popping to me. So I guess I'm going to have to just default to another SEC ranked matchup, which I don't want to do, but I will do. And it'll be Oklahoma Tennessee. I need to write it down in my notes. And these are both teams coming off very polarizing games. Tennessee with the most electric offense outside of North Texas from this week, I would say, from just what I saw. And then Oklahoma, obviously, off of the Mateer, just the kind of he stuttered. He stuttered through the game. So both these teams are looking to really make a splash to keep their seasons going. Both teams sitting at 2 losses. Whoever loses this game is probably out of playoff implication, not to mention further SEC implication. With that being said, I think this is where the Mateer hype train ends. I think Tennessee will be able to pull off a close win. I expect this game to be close. Given how Oklahoma defended Chambliss in that defense, I think Tennessee is just too nuclear of an offense. Given the defensive struggles of Tennessee with the offensive struggles of Oklahoma, it'll keep it close. But I think the Volunteers will go ahead and get this win.
The balls will indeed roll.
All right, and as
Honorable
rankings,
mentions for this week, real quick. Honorable mentions for this week. I have 3.
go for it.
Arizona State at Iowa State.
Yeah.
Both pretty low Big 12 teams that I think
I'd
will
say
still fight.
mid-tier.
Yeah, mid-tier. But they're on the low right now.
Yeah.
Just with pretty bad losses. Miami at SMU. Obviously, SMU is looking to rebound from a pretty bad loss to Wake Forest, and Miami just wants to keep things going, stay in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And the game that I will be attending this weekend in the usual Kenny OSU tour, Pitt State at OSU.
Yep.
Jim Knowles return to Columbus, and the first time in almost a decade without James Franklin.
Yep.
So we will see how that goes, but Jim Knowles will be getting a fucking earful when we get to Buckeye Stadium.
Yes, he will.
The student section will let him have it, and I will be a part of that. Not part of the student section, but I will be a part of the guys yelling at Jim Knowles that he sucks cock. And I'm excited to go because I love November games.
So I have a couple honorable mentions. You took most of them from me. One thing that I will say is Miss State, Arkansas. This would be a really big game for Miss State to continue. Like, hey, we might not be at that level yet, but we're getting there. And then Arkansas, obviously, trying to rebound off after the Auburn loss. Those are 2 big games for them. And Indiana, Maryland. I say that because Maryland has been playing these they're 1-3 in the conference right now, but they've lost all of their games by 1 score. They've kept them close. They've kept them really close. Washington only won by 4 when at Maryland. I think
Nebraska and UCLA were only by 3. Yeah,
exactly. And UCLA was on the road. Nebraska was also at home, and then so obviously tall task for Indiana. A tall task in Indiana, I would say. But
no, wait, they're at Maryland.
No, I'm saying like the Indiana is the tall task.
I see.
But if you keep it close and kind of spot some holes in in Indiana, that's a win in my book.
Indiana's favored by 3 scores.
I still think the Terrapins can do something. How they've played these other games, I think they can do something. And then I also was looking at, obviously, Georgia, Florida. It doesn't matter how bad Florida is. That's not an easy place to play. It never will be. And then, there was one more I wanted to talk about. Oh, Louisville VT. VT coming off a crazy win. Louisville trying to, make more dig in the ACC. Bro. But outside of that, there's not really a whole lot this week. A lot of teams are on bye. And then, South Carolina, Ole Miss. But I didn't really want to mention that one because I think Sellers is gonna eat some turf.
Sell. Yeah. He's going to Cellar and eat some turf. Yep, you're right. So,
I'm actually looking at at the week post to see what we got. Oh my goodness, there's so many good games. I'm so excited.
oh, the week 11 games.
Yeah, there's so many good games.
We're gonna have some fun next week.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun next week. Predicting games. I'm so excited. All right.
Also, I'm gonna have some fun talking shit about Penn State next week.
Yes, sir. All right. Now,
Top 25s. Why don't you start off?
rankings.
I'm gonna pull.
Let me pull mine
yours
up.
right here. There you go.
Oh, let me zoom in once again. All right. Do. Good for everyone. Oh, I got it on the other screen.
I mean, it still looks good.
All right.
You got it on the other screen. Pause.
Oh, let's expand that right there. Perfect. Okay, top 25. My top 4 doesn't change. It's still OSU, Indy, and I'm saving them this time. I'm not deleting them anymore. I'm officially saving them. And then I moved Georgia up +1 and Ole Miss up +1. I know Oregon was a situational thing. I don't like how close it was for that long.
For a lowly Wisconsin team, yeah, I kind of debated it. Did Dante? I just want to see if Dante Moore played the whole game. He did not, but did he get? What happened? Did he just get pulled or what? I'm trying to see. Oh, yeah, he got pulled.
Regardless, this is a game that
But also
Oregon
it's-
was favored by 32 points. 32 points.
Yeah.
And Dante Moore, this alleged Heisman first-round draft pick, had a QBR of 36 against
Yeah, hell
Wisconsin.
nah.
I can't trust a team, and you know he didn't look great against Indiana. So I think as they stand right now, I think Georgia is a better team. I think Ole Miss is a better team. Why? Because there's more stability at QB.
Yeah.
With also arguably better defenses. GT is still my number 8. Yeah. My 8 through 11 also didn't change. GT handled business. Vandy handled business. BYU handled business scarily, but they did.
Yeah.
And then Miami did what they needed to do. And now here we get a little shift. Notre Dame moves up 1 spot. T-Tech moves up 2 spots. Was really impressed with just what I've seen out of Texas Tech. They still continue to impress me. Cincinnati, man, I thought that Baylor game was going to be close. I said a lot of bad things, a lot of negative things, and they hurdle Tennessee, in my opinion, and are a better team right now than that team that calls Neyland home. Sitting at my 15 is Tennessee, even though I just realized I spelled it wrong. Beep. I typed this really fast, so I know there's a lot of spelling
Hey,
errors.
listen, there's a lot of double.
Yeah.
There's a lot of double letters in that shit.
Yeah.
So,
But Tennessee, they jump. They jump up 3 spots, just given the shifts at the top. And I did have Virginia move down 1. That was a game Virginia should have lost, even though they won. My confidence in them was already shaky. It continues to be shaky. Louisville moves up 3 spots. I have been saying that Louisville is a really good team. I've been really high on them, and they continue to prove that. Mizzou dropping the 4 spots. Obviously, hard to know about their future with Pavia out. Or not Pavia. What's his name? Prebula. With Prebula out, it'll be hard to gauge. But I do have them over Oklahoma, who sits at number 19 for me. Mateer's decision making, especially late in that Ole Miss game, has really turned me off from him. I don't know. The ability to not capitalize on things that work with Oklahoma, like more so establishing the run, relying on someone who is really shaky, defense not getting as many pressures as probably they should, definitely raises some eyebrows in my case. And then right under them, I have Michigan. Run game is unstoppable. They continue to just ground and pound, and it's going to be that way until the end of time, I fear. Houston. Really impressed with Houston. They had the bad loss, but they showed up. And they showed out. Really, really impressed. Texas doesn't move. You don't get to go into OT with Mississippi State.
Yep.
Tennessee, their defense is horrid. That makes sense. You are supposed to have the supposed #1 preseason defense.
Yep.
You are supposed to have the Heisman candidate. I'm not moved.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either.
Utah moves up from my 25 to my 23. Again, impressed with the Utes. They had the bad loss, but they've come back strong. Or bad 2 losses, correct? They're 6-2.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Memphis back into the top 25 after being unranked. Really impressed with how they handled that fourth quarter against USF. This is an offense that has shown time and time again they can go through and really be productive in crunch time. I've been impressed with Memphis. I kind of graded them a little too hard by taking them out by losing to UAB. I guess I didn't really count as that one-off game, but I do these cases week by week and what I see on the eye test.
Yeah.
Also, I should mention Utah's losses are to the best 2 Big 12 teams in BYU and Texas Tech.
Yep.
Should mention that.
So yeah, I've been impressed.
The
with
only
the
really
Utes.
the only bad loss, which I guess I categorized by at least 2 scores or more, was Texas Tech.
Exactly, and they
And
kept
that
it
was
close
when they were
with
still
BYU.
playing with Baron. That was when they were still playing Baron Morton, when they were still playing like a top 5 team.
Exactly.
So.
And then my 25, I have bumping up USC. USC's been rolling. And given some shiftings, they'll be my 25.
Did they even play this week? No, they were on bye.
Yeah. They were on bye, but from what I've
But
seen,
it's just other
yeah,
teams.
other teams.
Yeah.
Tulane moves up 1 spot for me. I thought about switching USC and Tulane, but I haven't. I want to see more out of Tulane, and they have the opportunity to do that over the next couple weeks before I rank them. USF, that's ugly. You don't get to put up a donut in the fourth quarter and blow a lead like that. Missing the kick, horrible. The offense is great. The defense needs to figure it out. I'm still really high on USF, and you know that. Moving up Navy.
They are your Group of 5 darlings.
They are. They can do no wrong in my eyes. Navy moves up 2 spots. Undefeated Group of 5 team. Leading the American. That will change within the next couple of weeks, I think. And then 2 new unranked teams. Iowa and Washington. Huh?
Make it next week.
Yeah.
Gotta need the W.
Yeah.
For my record, please.
Iowa, I have, like we talked about, I've been really impressed with Iowa's defense. They've taken a lot of these games where they would rather, lose in situations within the Big Ten, and they're winning. They've looked like a really great team, 6-2 on the year. Really impressed. And then Washington, for the opposite reason. Their offense has been so electric that they're winning these great games. After knocking off Illinois, I can't not put them on this list. But then again, out of all these teams, I don't think Washington really beats them. Given certain situations, of course. But I've been impressed with Washington all season. I've been impressed with Iowa all season. They finally get to touch the list because LSU, Illinois, and Arizona are out of them this week. Get out of here.
I will say about Washington, I think they do have some of the best skilled position players.
They
in
absolutely
the
do.
entire country.
They have one of the best running backs and one of the best young quarterbacks in the entire country.
And probably one of the best wide receivers, damn it.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about Bro for a second.
Yeah. Like, he's nothing like top 5 or anything, but like top 10 is still a reasonable ask. But anyways,
absolutely.
I digress. But yeah.
But that's what I got for the week.
The out of the rankings makes sense. Okie dokie.
Let's pull
My
up your
turn.
stream.
My turn. Okay. As long as I just want to make sure you can see it.
I am
watching
loaded. Yeah.
I'm watching your shit right now, so hold up.
There we go. Oh, let me fix that a little. Oh. And there we go.
Perfection. All right. For my Week 10 Top 25, we're going to start with my top 5 teams, which there is only a slight swap
Okay.
TANM and Bama switching the 3 and 4 spot.
Yep. So we have the same now.
Yeah. TANM played fucking amazing, and
Mm-hmm.
Bama played fine. And at that point, the skill gap between the two it just makes sense. Um, I really wanted to penalize Oregon for what happened at Washington, but at the same time,
Wisconsin.
or Wisconsin, yeah, excuse me. Um, it's just with some of these teams being on buys and not playing this week, it felt weird kinda to boost them up because of that, but I imagine if Oregon keeps playing the way that they do, I will have to demote them pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. For my 6 through 10, Georgia does not move. Ole Miss moves up one spot because I think they played really well against a really good team.
Mm-hmm.
Miami just moves down one because Ole Miss vaults them. It's just that the fact they played Stanford and not a good opponent this week. Sorry, schedule better. Vandy doesn't move because it was a close win against a good team running or a pretty closely adjacent team in the rankings on a backup quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna like say that they're bad or anything. It's just I don't think moving them up is necessarily like deserved. BYU enters my top 10 though this week. They played tough. They played gritty, even though
Mm-hmm.
they were down two
Yeah.
scores pretty close to half. I mean, it's the saying we say time and time again. Good teams find a way to win. Great teams find a way to cover, and we're adding a third one. Amazing teams find a way to come back.
Well,
So
isn't that like in a find a way to win though? I feel like that's a little redundant.
I know, but well, I guess when you're down away,
Yeah. I
that
guess.
I
I
guess
get
that's I
it.
guess that's kind of pretty. That's kind of
Okay.
a little specific,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. We can use it. Yeah. I
it's situational, so it's not
yeah,
going to stick that well. But that's fine.
I get it. No worries.
Moving into the rest of the 20 now. Georgia Tech moves down one. It's just because BYU played a better game against a better team. It's nothing against how G Tech played against Syracuse. It's just Syracuse is just so bad right now under Ricky Collins. It's just
Mm-hmm.
it's truly horrendous. Um, Notre Dame didn't move. They didn't play this week, so who gives a shit?
Yep.
Um, Tennessee and Mizzou swap. It's just because Mizzou lost. It's a really unfortunate way to lose. I think if Bo Prabula stays in the game,
Yeah.
they might have won that. So I'm not going to punish them super harsh. And Tennessee obviously just vaults them because they won and Mizzou lost. Simple. Louisville played a fucking atrocious BC team this year and won, I guess. So I'm not really going to say much about that. I might regret boosting T Tech here pretty soon, but we'll see. Um, but also that's just because of other teams kind of taking a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but again, they won this week,
Yeah.
so that's better than some teams can say, like Oklahoma. I think they still played close against a good team, despite Mateer's inconsistencies at times. Um, So it's not to say that this team is bad necessarily. Again, still a top 20 team in the nation, and they can still play good against really good teams.
Yeah.
So I'm not penalizing them too hard for a close loss to a good team in their conference. Um, we're buying the Cincy stock. They're out of the top 20 and cracking the top or out of the below 20 into the above 20. Um, they played fantastic against Baylor. And if they keep winning, shit, we're talking top 15 territory pretty soon.
Exactly. I
Simple
have
as
them up
that.
there, but yeah.
Yeah, I know you have them higher, and that's fine. It's just I'm more conservative. I want to stay more conservative about Cincy because I say this often. I just feel like Sorsby can be a liability at times when he's playing inconsistent, and that's just
No, I'm kidding. No, dude. I totally understand your reasoning. I get it. I do. We also just value different things a little in our
yeah.
rankings.
I fucking can't, bro. Um, Texas moves up one, not because they played a good game, but simply because other teams played worse than them, I guess, and they won.
Mm-hmm.
But I I fucking hate that I have to put Texas in the top 20 because I truly can't think of other teams that would beat them. It's really fucking stupid.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
really
I
fucking
agree.
stupid.
It's a shitty
I want them
situational thing.
I want them to lose so I can just tell them to fuck off.
Yep.
Um, Michigan beat Lil Bro. They go up by 3 spots. The run game is still unbelievably fantastic and their defense is still really good. I fucking hate these goons, but it's if you hate them, you still have to respect them a little
Yeah,
bit.
I
It's
agree.
like how I felt with Saban when he was still in the league. I hate him, but I respect the fuck out of him. So, and then finally, we get to the end of our rankings here. Did I not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're good. UVA and USC stay close. UVA played close against a shitty team. USC didn't play this week. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Utah breaks into the top 25 because they beat the fucking dog piss out of Colorado without their starting quarterback.
Yeah.
And there's something to be said about that. We're going to get this out of the way. Memphis and USF did a little bit of a swapsies, if you can tell. USF goes down 4, Memphis goes up 4. That's just the way it is. USF choked it away. I have to penalize them for that. And Memphis played from behind and won after being down.
Yep.
So you have to give them their props, and they are my current Group of 5 representative. Breaking the top 25, which no one has had the fucking balls to do yet, is put Iowa in that bitch.
Yeah.
They're a good fucking team with one of the most electric special teams units in the country, which nobody talks about. Obviously, this is the Kirk Ferentz special of still having one of the best defenses in the country.
Yeah.
And their offense isn't completely inept. Like, it's not great, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But that's also not Iowa's style, so I'm not going to fault them for that when their defense is just that fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I don't think enough people are putting respect on Iowa and Kirk Ferentz as a coach. So, we'll see. Washington is back in my top 30. I took them out last week after their loss, but I don't know, just the way they put the bitching to Illinois,
Yeah.
I had to bring them back, Duke comes up for the sole reason of USF, Illinois, and LSU losing and joining the top 30 now. Because I don't think they played this week if I remember correctly.
I'm not sure.
Checking again. AC, no, fuck you, Real. Stop making me go to your post, you dickheads. Ticket. Yeah, they did not play this week. So truly it is just a product of other teams losing. I already talked about USF. They do the swap with Memphis. And joining the top 30, skyrocketing downwards from the top 25 and the upper echelons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Illinois falling 12 entire spots and LSU falling 11 spots. I was this fucking close to unranking LSU, but I could not think of another top 30 team because I did not feel comfortable putting Navy in that bitch.
Tulane.
I can't justify it with how one-dimensional they are. Because they always do this every single year. They start off really well, they face a good team, and they just face plant.
Tulane.
So I'm waiting for them to just hit the wall against UNT. Wait, what did you say?
I said Tulane.
Yeah, fair. Maybe. I'll consider
I
it.
don't know, dude. LSU doesn't have a win in my book to justify a ranking outside of garbage.
No, that is understandable though. Cuz it's like they still have all the good pieces. It's just their coaching fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And obviously Illinois, the brakes have fallen off, but they're still a Big Ten team that can still play, I guess. But if they lose again, bye. Or even if they play bad this week, bye. See ya. I'm putting Tulane in this bitch. Excuse me. And ASU taking that loss, you're out of the top 30. Bye bye.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck off. So yeah, we'll see how LSU fares on a interim head coach, but I imagine who did they even name the interim head coach? Did they say it was Joel Sloan?
No idea.
LSU interim head coach. Frank Wilson?
Who the hell?
Who the fuck?
You said Frank Wilson?
Frank Wilson. To many around LSU and New Orleans, this has been a long time coming. Frank Wilson is now the
Running
interim
back
head
coach.
What? Their running back coach?
I mean, you don't want to shift the coordinators around. You're gonna have to look elsewhere. He might have the most experience.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's just LSU's run game has not been great this year, so I don't know how
Yeah,
that's gonna go.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, LSU might just be gonzo here soon. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck this. Fuck this. Happening live. Nah. Better Louisiana school. Sorry.
Hell
Sorry,
yeah!
it's happening.
Yay!
It's happening. The Tulane agenda is real. Tulane is the best school in Louisiana, and that almost hurts me to say.
Roll with the green waves, baby.
Green Wave, baby. So, okay, there we go. Some live edits for you guys. But yeah, that is what the fuck. Fuck you. I don't care. I'm not saving this bullshit. Whatever. So yeah, I think that's just the end of it. That's the end of our rankings and the end of our recaps and everything.
Yeah.
So-
Pretty sure that's it. You guys can look at Red
Yeah.
Dead for a second.
Huh?
I have a
Oh.
Red Dead wallpaper.
Oh. But yeah, thank you guys for joining up for a bit of an early stream this time. I
Yeah.
just kind of wanted to get a start on this.
Yep.
Just cuz, which we're actually finishing before we would even usually start, which
Exactly.
is crazy, but also it's because I felt like fucking off early today. So,
Bro's a bad employee. All right, bro.
It's-
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. This will be uploaded directly to my YouTube. Hopefully, I can get it out tonight now that we ended early.
yeah,
Wear your seatbelts. Tip your waitress. Go Bucks.
go Bucks, fuck Penn State, fuck Jim Knowles, and I love Halloween.
Yep.